Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.
What's good, cyberspace? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. And you already know, reclaim your throne.
Right here, right now. It's the right time. It's the right time. Right now. Tell the whole pipe down. Tell that nigga pipe down.
So guys, we have to break this down. Bro, they just arrested Andrew Tate, and I'm going to give my take on it after reading this article. But hey, man, I feel like I called this because we were speaking about the Andrew Tate situation, and essentially we were definitely having his back and defending him. But at this point, it could be the quote unquote Matrix coming after him, or it could be some truth to the allegations. I've already spoken previously on the way that they would be able to craft a human trafficking charge against Andrew Tate, and it's going to be off of the backs of an industry that he had already spoken about that he was involved with, which was webcam industry. And he's spoken about webcam industry, and when it comes to guys who buy chicks from webcams and whatnot, these situations can get very, very dicey and very tricky because, for one, you can't confirm the age of the ladies on the other side of that camera. For two, the men who are, paying for these web e-thoughts or whatnot, they're very weird and perverted sexually. Three, since Andrew Tate was managing this webcam business and it was making so much money, it just doesn't make sense to walk away from a business like that that's earning so much revenue hand over fist. So could he have continued that business and maybe created some type of management system for OnlyFans, which is what they're accusing him of nowadays, which is not illegal, but now they're saying human trafficking and rape allegations. So we're going to get into this video this article right now and break it down. So here is video proof of Tate being arrested.
N-au recunoscut nimic în fața organelor de cercetare penală, deși e dosarul vechi, acum sunt probe noi, cum că...
One thing that's standing out to me, though, watch this.
Acești indivizi milionari...
Okay, so his hands are in his coat pocket, meaning that he wasn't handcuffed. So could he be taken in for questioning? He's literally not handcuffed. He's literally not even handcuffed. And he's a very dangerous man, former kickboxer or whatnot. So it doesn't make sense that they wouldn't handcuff him. But
indivizi milionari, practic, se întâmpla acest lucru. N-au recunoscut nimic în fața organelor de cercetare penală, deși e dosarul vechi, acum sunt probe noi, cum că acești...
It just doesn't make sense that they would let him in the car without handcuffing him and two agents sitting right next to him.
Indivizi milionari, practic,
So anyways, let's get into the article. So now we see the handcuffs come out right here. I don't know. He slick looked kind of scared. I ain't gonna lie. My man look a little scared. He look a little shook, like he ain't never been to jail before. Um, let's see. Incendiary social media influencer Andrew Tate and his brother were busted in Romania Thursday related to intercourse trafficking allegations, according to a report. Police descended on a villa Andrew Tate and brother Tristan were staying at Thursday to detain the British brothers on kidnapping and rape charges, judicial sources told Romania outlet Libertatea. Okay. The brothers had allegedly detained two young women, one with American citizenship and one Romanian, inside the villa against their will in April, where they were subjected to physical violence and mental coercion. So that's what they're accusing Tate of. And he spoke about that and said that, hey, you know, it was swatting incident. The guy's girlfriend was mad that she was overseas with us and that we flew her out. And that was his rebuttal to that. Okay. Now they're taking both of them in. They're taking both of them in. All right. Police suspect the Tates of forming an organized crime group that intercourseally exploited by group members by forcing them to perform adult film demonstrations, adult film for the purpose of producing and disseminating through social media platforms. So I'm wondering what women they're talking about. You know, and if that was happening, they would, right, be a big social media influencer, female social media influencer. The brothers were questioned for 5 hours by police on April 11th, but were released, Libertatea reported. Video of Tate being escorted into a car and flanked by two officers were shared shortly after the news broke. Tate's arrest could have been set off by his Twitter feud with environmentalist activist Greta Thunberg the day prior. The controversial influencer tagged her in a post showing off his 33 cars and asked for her address so he would continue to brag, or could continue to brag, that they contribute greatly to pollution. Yes, please do enlighten me. Email me at smalldenergy@getalife.com. Thunberg hit back. Tate initially responded with a short "How dare you?" before revising his response to a 2-minute video of him making fun of the use of pronouns and calling her a slave to the Matrix. Tate asks a person off screen to hand him 2 boxes of pizza, but reminds them not to recycle it in an effort to further taunt Thunberg. The boxes had Romanian type on the sides, potentially letting officials know he was in the country. So they picked him up. They arrested him. He probably already knew that these charges were looming over his head. So yeah, everybody's very interested in him being arrested, and he doxed himself pretty much by putting the pizza box down there. Let's see. So this is self-snitching as well. This is self-snitching as well, because if he wasn't supposed to be in the country and maybe he had these allegations looming over his head, doxing yourself by putting a pizza box. My dog is snoring back there, but yeah, that's definitely self-snitching. So we will see what comes of this. You know, I don't want to see nobody locked up unless, you know, the allegations are true. But what I will say, though, when you have a government organization come out in, you know, the all the gear and they're arresting them in this way, and they're arresting both of them, I'm interested to see the evidence and kind of break it down. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Andrew Tate locked up. They're saying on intercourse trafficking allegations, and this is what I'll say. When you get involved in intercourse work on the male side, you are never insulated, because these women can always come back and make allegations against you. Running that webcam business, although it was probably really lucrative, it can also open up doors into escorting and quote unquote intercourse trafficking. For example, if I've got an escort business and or not an escort business, but if I've got a webcam business and I've got 7 women on call pretty much, and I know men who, I get, whether I get it from their IP address or whatnot, who pay for the webcam. Imagine how much they're willing to pay to see those women in real life. And if they were really making that much money, and he kind of broke rules of the webcam business by promising meetups, then they could pin him on some intercourse trafficking charges because he's facilitating the meetup with Johns, and that would be very detrimental. Do I think that it was nefarious in nature and he was forcing these girls with a whip and a belt, or physically? I don't know. Okay, but I would hope not. But at the end of the day, I ain't gonna lie, both of them kind of look scared getting arrested. Tristan Tate is doing the little the portal, the hand portal. Andrew is not. Okay, and I mean, hopefully they are able to live to tell the tale, because he's saying, on his Twitter, he said, first they silence you, then they arrest you, then they delete you. And hopefully that's not the plans of the elites or this alphabet organization that is arresting him. But hey, I like to see the evidence and see what's really going down. But anyways, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Same relationship, course, to email down below with a screenshot for your cash app, so I know you're paying your tithes, man. Y'all need to be on your motherfucking game with the BS. You already know. Reclaim your throne.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.
What is good, y'all? As you can see, I am streaming from mainly the Reclaim Your Throne channel, but I also am streaming from Black Gen Z Mindset and Quarantino to God. We are also streaming on Rumble on Reclaim Your Throne. I'm having to be a little bit more evasive when it comes to this YouTube algo, just to see which videos are popping more and making sense. I guess my theory on this is, if I do a video from all of my channels and then I look at the numbers from each of them, and the channels with the most subscribers are getting less views, then I know there is an issue going on, which I already know there's an issue going on because my views dropped in half since I got that third community guideline strike on Black Gen Z. When I became demonetized, ever since I became demonetized on Black Gen Z, the views just ain't hitting like that. So I haven't been going live on Black Gen Z, guys. I know y'all probably want me to go live on a lot of topics, but I'm trying to milk the channels that are monetized, because the monetized channel is going to fuel the demonetized channel. And I still put out daily content on that platform, even though it's demonetized. So if you do want to send a super trap, okay, and you want to bring my man Lil AGs out,
oh, say less.
just go to the Reclaim Your Throne channel, and then I'm monetized on Reclaim Your Throne, demonetized on Black Gen Z. So go to Reclaim Your Throne if you want to send a super trap. I will read all your super traps in here. We got 33 people in the building. Make sure you guys are active in the chat and share this stream. Y'all are really funny in the chat. So I'm I might just like read chats, you know, just off the strength of, you know, you guys coming in here. Y'all don't really have to donate. Even though it would help. Okay. It would help. But he said they demonetized and colonized. Oh Lord. Yeah, man. The colonizers done took me out, bro. The social media colonizers done took my ass out. But we are gonna break down this Andrew Tate shit that's going on. That boy is honestly, bro, he getting his ass ate up out there in Romania. You know, I wish him the best, honestly. But there are some things that are coming out. There was a Vice documentary that came out. It's basically a hit job. And I just want to go to his Twitter because I have my opinion on the Andrew Tate situation. Do I think he this is what I'll say. Okay. I can't make the determination of where a nigga dick been. Okay. But from the evidence that I've seen of the accusations, especially the grape accusations, if they're coming from this specific woman that I think it's coming from, bro, I don't believe that shit because the text message thread that she's showing as quote unquote evidence it's obviously consensual. You know, people have intercoursal kinks, if you will. I want to say the S word, but y'all know what I'm trying to talk about. They have intercoursal kinks, and some people like rough play. Now, there is a video of him smacking the shit out of a bitch ass with a belt or some shit. And then the girl came out and said, oh, well, you know, that's just how we play. So I think that he is getting into trouble because of his sexual kinks. But if he did grape somebody, then obviously, you know, we can't fuck with the nigga. But I just thought his Twitter was interesting because I really think that he made some mistakes. Okay, and we're gonna break down the Bruce Willis thing. Okay, we're gonna break down the Bruce Willis videos because he's done a lot of videos on Andrew Tate, and he don't fuck with Andrew Tate either. Well, not either, but he don't fuck with Andrew Tate. Okay. But he's also making some good points. All right. So Tate says, why do you think this is happening? And it's a poll. It says either Tate's a human trafficker or Romania is corrupt. I mean, Romania is corrupt, but is Tate a human trafficker? All right. That's the question. So as you can see, that's the vote from his fan base. Here's the thing. This is what I said. Let's see if my shit come up. People putting Greta. I mean, it's funny. I mean, a lot of this shit is funny though. But where's my tweet? How the fuck is my tweet not even visible? And this is my damn page. All right, let me go to my. That's a damn shame. I can't even see my own damn tweet in the thread. What did that man say? All right, so he says, why do you think this is happening? And then this is what I said. I said, I think you probably didn't handle your paperwork properly, honestly. You should have had them 304 sign NDAs and non-competes and termination agreements. Bro, when you're running a business like that, everything has to be systematic and legit. You should have had some real ones on staff. Okay? Should have had some real ones on staff. Let me tell you what. He was running the webcam business, okay? Was he getting them bitches to sell pussy outside of that shit? I don't think so because he said that he made the girls his girlfriend. And then that would kind of work against the, oh, you can't go nowhere. You can't go to no bars and no clubs thing. But they definitely was selling e-pussy. They were selling e-pussy, okay? E-pussy is what we call it. Internet pussy. Okay? Through the Ethernet cord. Through the Wi-Fi. So that's what really was happening, okay? That's what was happening. He was selling e-pussy. He's admitted to selling e-pussy, okay? But if he basically brokered deals between guys to pay for the actual intercourse, then he fucked up. But I don't think he did that, because I think they were only messing with him from what he said. So so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna break down some of Bruce Willis videos, because I ain't gonna lie, he really did make some good points, and he's been talking about it for a long time, the Andrew Tate thing, for at least a few months. And he's been saying, hey, he needs legal advice. And I really think that he needed legal advice, because it seems like he don't really have his paperwork right. He's trying to dodge taxes and do all the shit. And let's just get into it.
Welcome to another episode of Criminal Lawyer Reacts. I'm Bruce Rivers, CLR Bruce Rivers, board certified criminal defense lawyer. And today we are reacting to the kind of lawyer Andrew Tate wants. Now, we recently did a reaction to the dark rise of Andrew Tate. So today we're going to this is another video. And so we thought we'd react to this. And this episode is brought to you by eforms.com. That's eforms.com.
Okay, we ain't giving no free clout.
In their transaction.
Andrew Tate wants.
I'm a law student. What do men like you look for in their transactional/business attorneys? Flexibility. Don't be a Mr. Follow the rules.
Yeah, no, Mr.
I'm looking for Better Call Saul.
Absolutely.
I'll make it happen. That's what we need. That's what real G's need.
Real G's, real what?
I ain't gonna lie, that's hilarious. And it could be hyperbole. It could be hyperbole, but I ain't gonna lie, he's not lying. Okay, people need to understand that the law is able to be molded in a way that can benefit you or hurt you. That's really how it is. How do you think these politicians are, avoiding facing prosecution? How you think Joe Biden ain't impeached yet when he's doing the same shit that Hillary Clinton was doing, except worse? Because I think he actually had physical classified documents just chilling in his crib. So, I mean, how are these politicians avoiding prosecution? They got lawyers who understand the law and how to bend the law. So, I mean,
gangsters? Are you gangsters? Here's the thing. They want a yes man. They want a yes man. Oh, we can get it done, whatever you say. Here's the thing. That's exactly what you don't want in a fucking lawyer. You don't want a lawyer just do your bidding and say, because guess what? That lawyer is just going to take your money and you're going to wind up screwed.
Get me out of jail. Get me out of jail.
Well, the law says
you're guilty. I said get me out of jail.
So before we found our lawyer, we met a bunch of lawyers here in Romania. We were like, look, speeding was a topic we brought up. And there was this, our lawyer's a G. Shout out to my lawyer. He is a G. But before we found him, we went and interviewed some bimbo in her suit who sat there and started talking.
First of all, why would they interview a female? Because they're all about women are shit.
Yeah.
I know one of my best friends, one of my absolute best friends, is one hell of a kick-ass trial lawyer.
Laws to us. Well, if you're banned from driving and you get caught driving, what's going to happen?
I don't go see a lawyer to talk about the law.
And she said,
that's the most ignorant statement I've ever heard.
So obviously he's taking what they're saying, at face value and not really giving them room for entertainment, really looking at it objectively. And I understand that, because this is the same type of rhetoric that got them niggas in trouble in the first place. Okay.
In my life. It's like, and this arrogance.
Oh, Chaos Boss makes a good point. Although I don't agree totally with what you're saying, but he says Bruce Rivers is a liberal, racist lawyer. He loves gangsters and loves that black men kill each other and justifies it as they are his main clients. So, that is a good point there. There are a lot of, liberal lawyers who defend the worst of the worst. These, super gremlins, 19-year-old, 17-year-old dudes who are catching bodies. And what he does is, people could say that he is culturally appropriating. I'm not really big on you can't interview hip hop guys. Like, I'm not one of the dudes who shames Vlad or shames No Jumper for being around a whole bunch of black guys. He likes being around brothers. Okay. And that's fine. But But he does do the reactions to the self-snitching, which he's giving good advice, but then he's also kind of making parody of it. So I wouldn't say that he's racist, but what I would say is that he definitely helps to glorify the super gremlin on demon time activities, through his little reaction videos, which he does say, hey, you should stop self-snitching. But then he doesn't really come too hard on. I don't think he comes down hard enough on those little super gremlins, who are, maybe I need to watch some more of his videos. But I know he kind of makes excuses for him, like, oh well, when you come from this certain environment and and all this bullshit, right?
Winds up saying, oh, the laws don't apply to me. So just, when I fuck up, you're going to smooth everything over. Here's one of the things lawyers can't do. Lawyers can't change the facts of a case. You think R. Kelly's lawyer was where I object, Your Honor, those facts are really hurting the shit out of me. No, we can't change the facts of a case. And we can't change the law.
Well, then you go to jail. And Andrew looks her in the face and said, not if I have the right lawyer, I don't.
Bullshit. If you keep flouting the law, guess where you wind up?
And we left.
Yes.
What? You are telling me that I'm going to go to jail?
That's called honest advice.
Yeah.
I mean, if you do this, this is going to happen. How about this? Oh, hey, if you do this, you won't go to jail. I'll get you out no matter what. Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine.
I think that's what Tory Lane's lawyer did. Yo, Tory Lanez was out here swinging his dick like he wasn't finna be locked up for the next 15, 20 years. I think his sentencing date comes in like 9 days, right? Tory Lanez was out here, dropping his nuts on social media like he wasn't finna get convicted, and boom, I think that's what Tory Lanez's lawyer said. Hey, we're not gonna get in jail. The evidence is weak, but I think they underestimated the power of the media, the influence, and what is going on in this situation. The crier, the female tears, right? Okay, it's a lot going on.
That is what you call a glad-handing yes man, and just is going to take your money and not do shit for you.
Then why am I going to hire you?
Failure.
I walked in there and said, listen, I've committed multiple felonies. Am I going to go to jail?
Here's the thing. I would never want this guy for a client. I mean, give me a fucking break. Get the fuck out of my office. I don't need to hear your bombastic bullshit. You want to know what the reality is, and you tell them the truth.
And I do agree with that, because when you get caught up in a case, bro, I'm going to tell you right now, you need to humble yourself immediately. Getting your freedom taken away humbles you. And if it doesn't, then you're going to go right back to jail. Okay? You got to get humbled. So when you go into that lawyer's office, you ask him, hey, what are my options here? You don't go in there and, chat shit like you're finna just be some type of dude who's doing whatever the fuck you want and get away with everything. I really do think and hope that a lot of the Tate shit was for entertainment. But if he was dead ass, this is not helping him.
You tell them the truth. You don't tell them what they want to hear. And he just wants to hear what he wants to hear.
Well, probably. Well, then see ya. Bye.
You want me to lie to you? Oh, no. I can win that case hands down. Bullshit.
How would I give you my money? You're useless. I went to some other man. That was a female. I went to a man's office, said I committed multiple felonies.
There are things we can do. We could try this. We could try that.
No problem.
I make one call.
You don't go to jail.
There's no problem.
No problem.
We send somebody else to jail.
We send him. He eat.
So we frame. Come on.
I mean, I don't think they're actually framing people. Frame somebody for what? I mean, what? Unless you really got a body and you have circumstantial evidence to frame somebody else, I don't think they're actually framing people. So I think he's kind of taking this out of context.
Come on. So we frame somebody. Guess how long your career would last if you fucking frame somebody and then it was discovered later. Here's the thing. There's a few critical rules about criminal defense. Number one, if someone's got to go to jail, it ain't going to be fucking me. It's going to be the client. And number two, always be neatly dressed, always on time, and occasionally sober.
I agree with that. You know what? Look, when I caught my little case, I waited to drink, man. I waited to drink. I was down there in El Paso. And I came back for my court date. Everything got sorted out. And afterwards, got a bottle of wine, drank some wine, went to the strip club, fucked the stripper, and everything was brand new. Okay. And I love my lawyer. Okay. Love my lawyer for fucking with me, because he really fucked with me. And he saw that I was a good dude. So shout out to Scott Foster, attorney at law. Okay. He's the GOAT down there. If you ever catch a case in Texas, just let him know. But yeah, I think Andrew Tate made a lot of mistakes when it comes to what he did. It's not necessarily what he said. It's actually what you do, because you can say whatever the fuck you want. I mean, look at the nigga Charleston White. He's saying a whole bunch of shit. This nigga's talking about, I done grape white bitches and shit like that. And that nigga ain't in jail. Why? Because he didn't actually grape a white chick. Or maybe he did, but, maybe the bitch dead or some shit. I don't know.
He is the new Andrew. He shaved his head and he go. I'm like, oh, he's cool. That's the lawyer I want.
That's the lawyer I want.
Nobody wants.
And that doesn't last. And guess what? Like Bruce Cutler, who was defending Gotti, he got hammed up by the feds, so he couldn't represent him anymore. That's what's going to happen with that kind of attitude.
When you're talking to your legal clients, don't start talking Mr. Legal Schmiegel, because you think you sound smart. Well, I went to law school and it says on page.
We don't care about the law.
Listen to the.
Yeah, the court definitely don't want to see that. I'm gonna tell you right now, the court does not want to see or hear that you don't care about the law, you don't have no respect for the law. I'm gonna tell you right now, that does not look good from the court's perspective. The judge is not gonna like that.
In these guys, and we don't care about the law. That means they've got so much money and they've done so many things. The joy in life, they don't give a shit about anything except for plowing forward and doing whatever they want. This attitude gets people arrested and gets them in hot water big time.
On page 48 of the Geek Bible, that on the .214, that if I'm a nerd, and then Scott Adams called me, no one cares.
How can you help me?
How much does it cost to make this all go away?
That's what we want to hear.
In other words, who can I pay off? And maybe that works in Romania. I mean, and maybe that's just the way business is done in Romania. It's not the way business is done in the United States. There may have been a time where that kind of stuff worked, and that was probably in the 30s, 40s, 50s, maybe even 60s, 70s, maybe the 80s.
I mean, it still works if you're rich enough and powerful enough and Jewish enough, but I digress.
It's not like that today at all. I do say, we could do this or we could do that. There are strategies to certain things. You can't change the law and you can't change the facts. You can investigate the facts and you can prepare for trial. And like I said, I've won the last 5 out of 6 trials that I've had. And why? Not because I did anything corrupt. It's because I did my job and I investigated the shit out of the cases, and I was prepared every step of the way. So this was interesting, actually, and it does not surprise me in the least that this was their attitude. And this arrogant attitude, and here's the other thing. The lawyers that do this kind of crap, that skirt the rules and actually break the law to save their client's skin, they're known. They're known by judges, and I've seen lawyer after lawyer after lawyer get disbarred for stupid shit. And guys like this,
somebody hit the super trap now. Don't make me have to bring some of these commercials out.
Will ultimately go to prison. I've committed multiple felonies, blah, 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 blah. And he says that's a self-snitch right
Yeah,
there.
I mean, it's the same thing that Rollo was doing. Remember Rollo? Fam, goon! He was in Atlanta. He was down here in Atlanta in the Bluffs and doing documentaries on how he sold all this heroin, all this cocaine, and bought up his hood and shit like that. And then he gets caught with like $1 million worth of weed on a plane, bringing it to Atlanta to feed the streets. And it's like he did a lot of self-snitching. That nigga's still in jail. I think he's supposed to come out in like, I don't know, 5 years, something like that. Oh, I mean, bro, if you are doing anything illegal, do not ever speak about it unless it's a closed case. Like, yeah, OJ can talk about his bodies because, he could say he didn't do it. He could say, what if I did do it? He could do all this shit. Okay. If your case is closed, there ain't no double jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? You could talk about it. right? But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Like if you caught a charge back in 2000 and it's over and done with, and you know maybe you got caught with like 60 pounds of cocaine, and now you want to talk about it, hell yeah. I mean, shit. Once you do your time and you face the consequences, you can talk all you want. But if you're actively still involved, shut the fuck up. That's what's happening to Young Thug right now. Okay, y'all see Thug. I mean, when you go back and listen to I done between the inside of the sea. You did. Like he was praying that them cases didn't catch back up with him. Like he was like literally. I mean, let me read some of the lyrics. Yeah, that song. I done between the inside of the sea. You did. You did. Yeah, that shit. I never again. I don't even know the fucking words, but okay, let me see, because I was listening to that song the other day. I was like, God damn, this nigga was doing a lot of self-snitching on this bitch. Damn, they had a lot of niggas on this shit too. I gotta go to the Young Thug verses because they had Quavo, Offset in this bitch. I mean, he's saying a whole bunch of like regular rap shit, but then there was one part. Sorry, I should have had this ready, but shit. Let's see. I don't know. I'm gonna have to find that part what I was talking about, but anyways, y'all know we read the indictment before. Like Young Thug got a lot of self-snitching shit in his lyrics.
If I'm in Romania and I'm in law enforcement, unless I'm paid off, and I don't know whether they do that or not, I would look very suspect at a guy like this. And I guarantee you his high profile lifestyle, his high profile nature of everything that he does makes him suspect. So I wouldn't.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Dub. He said Fetty Wap, the rapper of Trap Queen. Yep. She my Trap Queen, wanted the bando. Yep. Now he's doing time. That nigga was serving fentanyl. You know, he's an obvious public figure. I mean, bro, you can't just, you know, move weight through the airport, bro. I mean, you got to do better, man.
Wouldn't be surprised if down the line, guess who we see on the blotter? We see Mr. Tate. So this has just been our reaction to what he sees in a lawyer. I would never have a guy like this as a client. The money ain't worth it because.
All right, so let's get into the meat and potatoes of some more of what Andrew Tate or what of bro reacting to Andrew Tate shit. Damn, it's a lot of shit too, bro. It's a lot of shit too. It's like I don't even know if I'll be able to get through. I want to get through the whole Vice thing, so we might have to skip through a lot of this, but let's keep going.
Your own words, whether it's a song or whether it's this, an interview can bite you in the ass and it can be used against you in a court of law. So let's see what it says.
Yeah. It wasn't nearly as big. I found this little webcam thing and I was like, this might be some money. So I text all my girlfriends, I think it was 5 of them, text all 5, said, you're all coming here to live with me and work with me.
Listen to the tone, first of all. You're all coming here to live and work with me. But he didn't text, he didn't say you're all. He texted each one of them individually.
Bro, Tristan will tell you the story. He'll tell you. All 5 flew in, picked them all up. They're all sitting there, sat around the same table. Listen, I need to get paid, right? I'm broke now.
You're broke now? This is just at the beginning stages of what he was doing.
Yeah, so like people think he made his money off the kickboxing shit. He's already explained that he made the bulk of his money off a webcam. So just to catch you guys up, I mean, I think he fucked up royally. Just because of what he actually did, not necessarily what he said. Because if he did different than he said, then it would be all good. Because if he said all this shit, yeah, I ain't paid the bitches, whatever, and then had his paperwork right and everything was right, then it would be all good. But that's the issue, and that's why you got to have your paperwork right.
I have no money. I'm running out of money, so I put them all around the same table. And I was like, look, we're going to start a webcam business. You're going to stay. You're going to live in London. I'm going to look after you. And we're going to get rich. We're going to be a team. And they're all like, well, who's this bitch?
And remember, he started out in London. And why did he go to Romania? Why did he go to Romania?
This bitch. I'm like, she's my girlfriend. She's my girlfriend. She's my girl. You're all my chicks. And you're going to stay here and we're going to make some money. Big fight kicks off, blah, 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 blah. 3 left, 2 stayed. Those are my first 2 girls. And we started this little webcam business from my apartment. And it just grew and grew and grew. And
so nothing that he's done so far is illegal. I just want to make sure that everybody understands that. He's talking a lot of shit. but nothing that he's actually done is illegal.
To the point where at one point I had 75 women working for me in 4 locations.
75 women in 4 locations.
And I'm doing $600,000 a month.
Uh-huh.
This is in the UK. So, but this leads into the story of why I moved to Romania. So at the height of my webcam pimping, I think I'm the king of the world, right? I have all these women, But the problem is my first 2 girls who worked for me because they loved me. I love this man.
Ladies, any of you ladies that love this man, no.
Maybe from the ghetto streets to the hotel suites.
Okay, so he's trying to shit on him, but I mean, I wouldn't deny the fact that it was hoes that was loving Andrew Tate. Like that's just like when people say, "Oh, nobody would love you, Genquavius or Reclaim Your Throne. You just hate bitches and you hate black people." And like, nigga, okay, you could say that, but niggas getting their dick sucked every damn day. So, let me just look up some shit. All right, cool. So I just wanted to make sure that prostitution was illegal in Romania, and it looks like they say selling sex is illegal in Romania, as is soliciting, which is treated as a public order offense. Prostitution laws were in the penal code and so could result in prison sentence, but were recently moved to the administrative law, so now subject to fines. Okay, so it basically sounds like it's not illegal for the bitch to sell pussy, but it's illegal for the niggas to buy it. That's what that sounds like to me.
Working together, but then once you get bigger, you start hiring girls who don't love you. They're in it for the money. And then I had one girl, and she got too drunk one day, and she threw up in my apartment. I told her to clean up. She refused to clean up. Sorry, be an idiot. So I took her stuff, threw out the window. You never hit a girl, right? Can't do that. But if all the other girls see me be disrespected, they're gonna lose respect for me.
Facts.
Right?
Yep.
So when she's like, I ain't cleaning that up, you get that. So I was like, look, I don't care. And she was my biggest earning girl. She made me on her own maybe $25,000 a month.
Oh shit.
So I didn't want to fire her, and she knew I didn't want to fire her, which is more reason.
Jaeger says Romania has sex clubs everywhere. I mean, I don't discount it. I believe it. I believe it's some under the table shit going on. There's some pay for play, look the other way type shit for sure.
Why I had to fire her ass. So I was like, all right, cool. You want to be a gangster? Right, you're a gangster. Got her shit. We're like high up. We're like high up, like here. It was just out the window. So
Get a bitch shit out the window.
By her 2 arms and marched her out the door, locked the door, end of it. She starts texting me, you owe me my last month's wages, you owe me my money, give me my money. Did I text her back? I ain't paying you nothing. You threw up my blah, 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 blah. She went to the police.
Oh shit.
And told the police I hit her.
This is how it starts. This is how law enforcement involvement with him.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, domestic dispute, domestic situation. Shorty went to the police and told on him, man. Bro, this is what I say. You cannot burn bridges with bitches, and you can't burn bridges with these niggas, bro. I'm telling you that right now, bro. I'm telling you that right now, because these bitches will get you hemmed up and these niggas will kill you. Okay, that's the reality.
Starts
4 months later, 5 in the morning, 4 months later, I'm laying in bed. I heard the door boom, 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 boom. And I don't know how I knew. I just knew it was police. As soon as I heard that noise, I just paused for a second. I heard police, but I didn't know what it was for, right? But there's a few things I can't say in the podcast. I've lived a varied life.
Yeah, that is a form of self-snitching.
He's right. It is a form of self-snitching. There's a few things I can't say on the podcast, but that is tongue-in-cheek. I mean, he's not actually saying exactly what he's saying, but he's insinuating that he is or has been involved in criminal activity, possibly.
That indicates that there's things out there that are illegal that he's done.
Right. I've done some things when I had to pay the bills.
Right.
So I was a bit like, what's this going to be? So I flush my phone down the toilet quickly. Boom.
So I destroy evidence. I flush my phone down the toilet.
I'm coming. So I'm trying to hide
Damn.
shit. I'm looking around. What do I have to hide?
I'm hiding shit. I'm destroying evidence. One of the problems we have with a guy like this is there's a treasure trove of statements that he makes that a prosecutor can use to.
Yeah. So the reason why they're holding him is probably because of some of the things that he said on social media. I'm trying to hide shit. I'm trying to da-da-da-da, and I'm trying to da-da-da-da. And, Myron, he was former law enforcement, so he understands that because of what Tate has said on these podcasts, unfortunately, it's incriminating, and it also could be used to deem him a flight risk. Even if he's not going to flee the country, it could appear that he would, or try to influence the investigation, because he's saying, I'm trying to destroy shit. The cops raided my house. I'm trying to throw shit away. I'm trying to do this with that. I'm trying to, move this way and that way. And, There's issues with that. I'm not saying that I wouldn't do the same shit if I had illegal shit going on. But what I am saying is I wouldn't go and talk about it on a podcast where hundreds of thousands of people are going to view it and be able to review it and then send it to people.
Impeaching with if he ever decides to testify. So that gives you a little bit of read on how he started his empire, for lack of a better word. He made his money on the backs of young women. He said 75 women in 4 locations. The other thing he told you is that he destroyed evidence. Not only that, he was concerned with how he would look in front of the other women in terms of control, because I can't let her get over on me because then I won't.
Well, I mean, that isn't necessarily a crime, though. You definitely, as a boss, you have to be respected. So if one of your employees disrespects you, you fire them. Now, this is why you give them a letter of termination and say, hey, you take their stuff, you neatly put it next to the door, outside of the door. You give them a letter of termination and make it official. God, this is why, this is the issue with Andrew Tate. Everything has to be documented. Everything has to be official. These bitches, like, they literally have to sign they pussy away for a 2 to 3 year contract. Like, it has to be like on some NBA shit, because then it don't matter what you pay them. If I sign you to a 2-year, $300,000 contract, your salary is $150,000 a year, straight up. Straight up. Okay? Straight up. So when you're doing a business like this, and I've already spoken on how to get into the corn industry if you are interested in that. All right. I've already spoken on it. All right. You have to have your paperwork right. Every bitch that you fuck has to sign something. She got to sign something, and not just no shit that you throw away. No, you got to put that, you keep it with your lawyer's files or whatever you got to do. Have them log it, have them get their own file cabinet for you in their crib. You guys have to be way more careful. Way more careful.
Control over these other women. That's the theme you get from that interview. Okay, so we have basically the origin, the beginnings of his business dealings in this area. Now, let's see how he operates. By his own words. These are his own words.
Also, when you're real G's, that you're here, you're there, you're everywhere. You got to go to Poland, you got to go to Warsaw, fucking Dubai, Miami. Anyone who wants to take confidential notes, I'm all over the place. So I end up with all these chicks just stuck in their house, sitting there, bored, completely in love with me. And of course, they don't go out. They're not allowed out.
So I got all these chicks.
Yeah, that's the kicker right there. They're not allowed out. Is crazy, especially if it's a work environment, even if it's sex work. I mean, even if they live there. But I don't necessarily believe that they weren't allowed out, but I think just saying it sounds very bad.
They're in love with me. They don't go out. They're not allowed out. So restricting somebody of their movement is part of force, fraud, or coercion. Because what happens if they go out?
Takes away, so they go out with their friends. No. You don't go to the club with your friends. I don't know what kind of bitch-ass dude is letting his chicks go to the club with her friends without him. No, you stay in the house. You don't go nowhere. You're not, no restaurants, no clubs, nothing.
Do you get to eat? Do you get to take a shit? I mean, when you start controlling somebody like,
I mean, I don't think that shit was that crazy where you can't go downstairs and grab a sandwich or take a shit. I think he's taking it too literal, but like I said, the videos don't look good. That, especially in the court of law.
That is the crux of, you come here on a promise of whatever, but when you get here, I control your every movement. That's coercion. That's absolute coercion.
I don't even have to fuck you. Forget the sex part. That's a distraction. My dick can stay in my pants. I'll just start beating the shit out of you. How about that? We walk in the bedroom. I start kicking your ass. No sex. No sex involved. But you cry then. Here's a little move. When I grab you by...
Woo! Yeah, see? And then if his hoes coming back talking about he put hands and feet on him non-consensually, because I know there's videos out there where, he's putting hands and feet on bitches consensually, I guess. Well, not necessarily feet, but he put a belt to a bitch ass. Then I seen him slap shit. He slapped shit out of a bitch. I don't even know if I can play it, but he slapped fire out this bitch. I might play it.
By your neck, and you start annoying me, trying to resist, and I just
juxtaposed with that what he said on Fresh and Fit. It just doesn't jive. That is who he's got to be in order to control these women, in order to keep the money coming in, because he was broke before, right? Now he's making money off the backs of all these ladies, and they're brought to him because they're in love with him, and their movement is restricted, and according to him, they're beaten. That is slavery. That is sex slavery.
Yeah, I mean, if he actually put hands and feet on them bitches and didn't let them move, woo, it's OV. But yeah, I might actually find that video of him slapping the shit. He slapped fire out this bitch, but I might have to blank out some of it. But let's keep going.
That is exactly what sex trafficking statutes are designed to prevent. So that video and a couple articles have been posted by Tori Nix 2.0. We're gonna give her a shout out to her because it's a good synopsis of where we're at with Mr. Tate. There's an American woman who was lured to Romania because promising a love interest with Andrew Tate.
And this situation is some bullshit. The girl it's some girl from Miami, and she was like up there twerking. There's video of her twerking like butt naked and shit like that. And then that's how he got arrested in the first place. With the boyfriend, well, that's the story that he's telling. Oh, the boyfriend got jealous because she was cheating on him in Romania, whatnot. Which, it seems plausible to me. Honestly, a lot of these dudes like are simps. I had a homeboy who got banged up on some grape charge because the woman basically didn't tell her boyfriend that like she belonged to the streets, and she was out here basically smashing dudes and got caught up. And then the dude that she got caught up with, she said that he raped her, but it wasn't nothing like that. And then he ended up getting off, but he got banned from the city. It was some crazy shit.
And he lures her there through Facebook. And when she gets there, she realizes it's a total scam. Some of these women actually had tattoos on them saying owned by Tate. I belong to Tate, tattooed on their arms.
And, were they forced to get those tattoos? I really don't think so. It's kind of like that Blueface shit, which is, cringy. Me personally, I don't like tattoos at all on women. Obviously, I'll probably get some more pieces, but I don't find it attractive on women. But, yeah, the tattoo shit is a little OD, but it reminds me of that Blueface shit because the Blueface bitches was getting tattoos too. So, damn. I mean, it's not illegal for a bitch to get a tattoo of you, but the fact that they could probably say, oh, well, he's, trying to stamp them as his property. It's issues there. I'm just trying to be objective.
Now, Mr. Tate is just at the very infant stages of this whole case because Romania is one of the countries that is part of this international compact on sex trafficking, and they're trying to increase their enforcement and get more in line with neighboring nations, the U.S. being one of them. Not a neighboring nation, but in this coalition. Mr. Tate is going to see that the Romanian authorities are going to cooperate with the U.S. Trafficking this young girl to Romania under false pretenses and then not allowing her to leave and then using her for sex acts online is sex trafficking, and it violates U.S. law. Violating U.S. law makes him subject to prosecution in the United States. I don't have any information to suggest that he has been charged or that he's even under investigation with the United States, but I wouldn't be surprised if the U.S. decides to prosecute Andrew Tate for sex trafficking as well. Now, Mr. Tate was born in Chicago. He is a U.S. citizen. He holds dual citizen in Great Britain and in the United States. He and his brother are. One of the issues that you're going to have in terms of detention for somebody that has multiple citizenship is whether they're a risk of flight or not. And now he's got means because he's got money. He's told you all about his Bugattis, his 33 vehicles and everything. Let's see what else he has to say about passports.
Same thing with passports, man. If I fuck up and England wants me in jail, I can fly on a Nigerian passport or an American or an English or a Polish or an Estonian. I have so many passports. Are you going to block them all? They can't stop me traveling. There's always a passport I can pull out. There's always a driver's license I can pull out. If you ban one, I've got another one. I've got bank account.
He's got so much content that's out there that it just flouts any kind of respect for law enforcement or respect for any notion that he's not a flight risk.
Yeah.
All I got to do is play that in front of a judge. If I'm a prosecutor, which I'm not, it just hurt. If I'm the defense lawyer, how do you combat that? See, the thing is, if the girls get there and they realize it's not Shangri-La, and that they're being mistreated, they're going to want to leave.
Yeah.
But guess what? If you take their passports, they can't leave the country.
So if he's taking bitches' passports, did he actually say that he took passports or he has multiple different passports? I think he putting words in his mouth. Did he say that he took passports? I don't think he said he took passports.
If you ban one, I've got another one. I've got bank account traveling or Polish. Fuck up.
Vehicles and everything. Let's see what else he has to say about passports.
Same thing with passports, man.
Okay, somebody's talking about Epstein. Look, this is the thing about, they said Epstein didn't use force either. This is the thing about Epstein. Epstein was fucking with underage girls. So that conversation is dead right now because Tate's not accused of fucking with underage girls. So I just want to get that straight. You can't compare Tate to Epstein because Epstein was fucking with underage girls. Okay, underage. That's a whole different conversation.
Fuck up. And England wants me in jail. I can fly a Nigerian passport, or an American, or an English, or a Polish, or an Estonian. I have so many passports. What, are you gonna block them all? They can't stop me traveling. There's always a passport I can pull out. There's always a driver's license I can pull out. If you ban one, I've got another one. I've got bank account.
He's got so much content that's out there that it just flouts any kind of respect for law enforcement or respect for any notion that he's not a flight risk. All I got to do is play that in front of a judge. If I'm a prosecutor, which I'm not, you know, it just hurt. If I'm the defense lawyer, how do you combat that? See, the thing is, if the girls get there and they realize it's not Shangri-La and that they're being mistreated, they're going to want to leave. But guess what? If you take their passports, they can't leave the country.
So did the nigga? Let's see if he actually said he took his passports because he didn't say that.
And you now control them. So you're controlling them with physical violence. You're controlling them their physical location where they can go and what they can do, and you're controlling them by taking their passports. There's so much evidence that Mr. Tate is engaged in sex trafficking, or at least it seems to me, and it's really by his own admission. I mean, because one of his monikers or one of his hallmarks of his personality is the disrespect and the controlling of women. So for some reason, he thinks that's cool, and he thinks it's really cool to brag about how he can either beat the shit out of a woman or control their every movement, you know, because they just love him or whatever. But all those statements that he's made on his own, there's just a treasure trove of information that he has put out there himself. Nobody else, these are his words. Trapping a girl in Romania by stealing their passports and forcing them to work for a webcam. That is sex trafficking 101. And with bringing a young girl from the United States to Romania, he subjected himself to prosecution in Romania, in the United States. I don't know about Great Britain, but I'm sure that's something that's...
So the girl that they're talking about has already been exposed. Let's see. She's already been exposed. There's videos of this bitch literally twerking at his crib. So let me show that. Let me show that because... All right, so the girls, one of the girls, the American girl that is accusing Andrew Tate of rape. Damn, nobody hit the super trap. Damn, y'all hate a nigga. But they're here twerking at the crib, dancing, butt naked. Okay, it says, let me read the. It says,
mention. Yes, you heard me right. Here is a 1 minute footage of it.
I think this one of Tate's bitches. It says the one in front is the one that says she got raped 3 weeks before the party, but she still came to the party after the alleged rape. The tattooed one with the long hair. So that's another thing. Woman says she got raped and now she's doubling back to come to the party. Look, man, hell nah, bro. I mean, a lot of people are gonna be, oh, it's Stockholm syndrome, bro. Hell nah. We can't just let everything ride. The super trap button is on Reclaim Your Throne channel. It's not on Black Gen Z. I'm demonetized on every channel except Reclaim Your Throne. So if you want to send a super trap, hit Reclaim Your Throne. You can also hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, and we will get rocking that way as well. Let's keep going. So, bruh, them hoes are literally doing TikToks at the crib, bruh. Come on now, dog. Like, this is OD. So it says, but she still came to the party after the alleged grape, scared her boyfriend because she didn't want to do anything. Well, if you got a boyfriend, what are you doing here? Facts. And then the other woman says she didn't even file a complaint. She didn't expect her boyfriend to file a complaint to the police. So the boyfriend filed the complaint, which makes no sense. So obviously he was a simp. Shout out to my guy NH. I don't want to read your whole name, but shout out to my guy Nathan. I'll just say the first name, Nathan, right? It's a lot of Nathans out here with the $20 Cash App. I appreciate that, bro. Support independent media. Let's keep going. Like, hell nah, bro. Hell nah, bro. They literally over here at his crib twerking. Come on. I mean, now, bro, there ain't no way. Making TikToks. Literally throwing it back. Dancing at the crib. This why, I mean, honestly, a lot of dudes talk about fucking a whole bunch of bitches. This why I had to slow down, because you know, it just, these bitches, they will get you caught up for real. She never said she got a relationship. She didn't either come to work or collaborate, nothing. She only came hoping to have a relationship with him. So there's the issue. She only came hoping to have a relationship with him. She had a boyfriend. She meant she was gonna monkey branch, cheat on her boyfriend to get with Tate. The thing is, she was hoping to have a relationship with Andrew Tate, and this is where that lover boy shit comes in. Why was she hoping to have an Andrew or Tristan or Andrew or one of them? Why was she hoping to have a relationship with them? Because they promised her that, possibly. And that's where the coercion comes in. That's where the fraud comes in. Because, okay, there's a fine line between game, and this is why you have to word shit right in text message. If you're going to use the lover boy method, at least at the end of the day, you say, boom, when you pull up, we'll see what happens. You know, we'll see how you act. Because when I'm looking at a lot of the text message threads, there's really not anything that I see that's like terribly wrong with it. I mean, what's the difference between these hoes flying out to Dubai and getting shitted on for 75 racks, or going to Africa and fucking these African princes for 100 racks? What's the difference between them going out and selling pussy, basically selling sexual acts and services, which there are, you know, adult film actresses who literally come back onto the No Jumper Plug Talk podcast and talk about getting dookied on by a Saudi Arabian sheik. What's the difference? You know what I'm saying? Bro, them bitches look happy. I think all of them was down for the cause, honestly. All of them looked down for the cause. She didn't work, didn't collaborate with the Tate brothers in any way. Okay, so she didn't even do the webcam shit.
What?
All right, so yeah, I really don't. It's really hard for me to believe these hoes, especially without actual evidence. Now, you want to pull up some actual evidence. This is where the issue comes in. Let's see. Let me pull up this. Hold on. Let me just make sure Bruce Willis ain't got no more shit. All right. Yeah, he don't got no more shit right there. All right. I'm gonna show this video. This is a video that I think got Andrew Tate kicked off of the Big Brother show. And honestly, it definitely looks like a kink. You see how the camera is set up. I don't think it was planted. I think everybody knows the camera is right there. He knows the camera's right there. She knows the camera's right there. And she's dressed up in sexy lingerie. So let's watch.
Go tell the camera I beat you and you don't do as I say.
So he says, go tell the camera that I beat you if you don't do as I say. I mean, I really don't see an issue with this because this is what they do in their own bedroom. Look, man, I'll tell you what, even from my own personal experience, a lot of chicks like some weird shit. Like, I wasn't always the type of nigga to like choke a bitch while fucking until like bitches really asked me, oh, you don't choke me while fucking. I'm like, what? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to leave no evidence, no face, no trace, right? I don't want to leave no evidence. But this is a video from a sex tape, which I've got sex tapes. And if my sex tape were to get out, it would definitely look out of context, okay? It would definitely look out of context. So this is where, the lines are blurred and people are coming out and talking shit. But this same woman came out and denounced that he beat her and whatnot. And they said that it was blown out of proportion. It's role play, okay? It's sexy shit. It's BDSM. Like, a lot of bitches love that 50 Shades of Grey, Christian Grey shit until they got Christian Grey in their face. And that nigga tell them to bend over and get in handcuffs. You see, a lot of bitches like that. They like all that 50 Shades of Grey shit until, a nigga got a belt to their ass. And then they want to retroactively withdraw consent. This right here, I mean, he told the bitch, go to the camera. Let's see what she do.
Don't say it in English, proper English, no Slovak bull. Say it to the camera.
You're busy and I don't listen.
That's all I can say is it. I said I said, tell the camera, I beat you when you don't do as I say. I didn't say the word listen.
All right, now this next part, he's finna slap fire out this bitch mouth. Now, this is what I'll say about this part. That nigga looked like a natural. He looked like a natural. Like, the way he finna slap fire out this bitch, like he slap her good too. Boom, right in the face. Like, this shit looked like this nigga done slapped 1,000 bitches before. Now, he said he never hit a bitch before. What he should have said is, I never hit a bitch non-consensually before. Okay? Now, she looks proud to be there and happy to be there. And all of this could be, role play, which I think it is, and I believe it is because she even came out and said it was, apparently. But watch how natural this slap comes to him. Watch.
As I say, I didn't say the word listen. Did I say the word listen? Did I say the word listen?
So the slap, then the hair pulled down. I ain't gonna lie, this nigga naturally slapped shit out of her. Watch.
Did I say the word listen? Did I say the word listen?
Then the hair pulled down.
I didn't say the word listen.
The announcer with the belt.
Say listen. Did I say listen? Look at the camera.
Okay, so he pulled a head back. He pulled a head back. He's doing a lot. He's doing a lot. Now, this is what I'll say. They're filming this. They both know the camera's there. But he did slap fire out her ass. That's the last time I'm play it.
Did I say listen? Did I say listen?
So he whips the bitch ass and she is appearing to be crying.
Did I say it? No. Did I say it?
Woo! Woo! Woo!
Look at the camera. This is what happens you don't listen. Look at the camera. Why are you getting hit? Why are you getting beaten? No, listen. You. Do as I say.
Boom. So, now, to be fair, we have to bring up the woman in the video and what she says about it. She says that everything was good. People in the Reddit are there. It's half and half. But honestly, I have seen some couples really get I've seen some couples fist fight into fucking. So to me, that's not that weird if, it was some real deal shit. But they can use that against him. That's why, hey, if you filming shit, all my sex tapes are sexy. It ain't no beat a bitch up fantasy, great fantasy shit. It's, obviously it's going to be some sexy shit. It's going to be some dope ass POV, hitting it from the back, getting some top, all that. All right. So In 8 Ways says, hits the $5 super trap. Shout out to Nate Ways. He says, Nate H is me, sir. I funny mind my whole name being spoke. I don't mind, maybe. Salute, though, bro. Great show, as always.
Oh, say that.
I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that. But yeah, so let's get the woman's point. Let's get her POV. So there's more video. All right, so this is some. Okay, here we go. Well, I don't want to play that music. Sorry, fuck. Let me see. Let me find it. And I think the woman has come out multiple times. Okay. So let's see. I mean, he did. He slapped fire out that bitch. I ain't gonna lie. Slap fire out her ass. All right, so here she go. Same bitch. Same bitch. All right.
Hi. I'm pretty sure many of you have seen a video of Andrew Tate beating up a woman, and I'm pretty sure not so many of you have seen.
She's pretty hot. She's pretty hot. From what I've seen in her body, it looks like she's got a nice rack, but she ain't got no ass. I'll give her a 6. I'll give her a 7.
And I'm pretty sure not so many of you have seen the same woman coming forward with a statement saying it was nothing but a sex play. So here I am again for the second time. Yes, the woman he has beaten up, and the same woman who has made a statement is me. So I'm coming forward for the second time to just clarify and let everybody know it was nothing but a sex play, consensual foreplay that we like doing, that I was into, that I wanted. It was not abuse. There was no physical domestic violence happening. It was a consensual sex play. This is the second time I'm making the statement because I'm getting sick and tired of being tagged saying I need to come forward again, even though I did. And I don't like seeing injustice of him being called woman beater for the same video that I've already once clarified. It was nothing but a sex play. So once again, nothing but a sex play, consensual. Thank you.
All right, so there you have it. That's coming from Shorty. She is denying the allegations of abuse. Damn, let's see. All right, so this video is the one that Bruce Willis really. This is the one that really ate Andrew Tate up. I ain't gonna cap. This one really hurts Andrew. So let's play this one.
It's like in nature, I suppose. It's you go after the weakest.
Now, I've told very shortly my story, how I kind of started my whole webcam business. I'll tell it again in detail here. I was fighting. I had.
Oh, sorry. Let me run it back. Here we go.
Let's just make sure I'm not taking things out of context.
When you say webcam company, people assume, oh, it's just a sex fest. But in reality, it's a shitload of people management. The HR category of the webcam business is the largest and most important thing. You're effectively taking girls, teaching them how to make unlimited money from home, and then making sure they give it all to you.
So you're making sure that you're teaching girls how to make a shit ton of money and give it all to you. Now, this is one of his first instructional videos. A lot of guys, he's got a lot of fans. And a lot of guys think, oh, in order to have some wealth, you have to have a Bugatti, you have to do this, you have to do that. In order to have wealth, you have to have self-pride. You have to know who you are as a person. And where do you get that from? You get that from.
All right. Now, I don't necessarily agree with that. You can have wealth and still not have self-pride. I mean, look at all the people in Hollywood and music industry who sell their souls. And, do they really have self-pride? Most likely not. That's why they're on drugs and, getting cosmetic surgeries. But they're fucking rich, wealthy.
From building, as I've always said. So I do two things. I like to be motivation for younger guys.
And motherfuckers like be conflating morality with wealth. And like I said, wealth is amoral. I'm not saying that you do some bullshit to get money. I don't agree with that. But what I am saying is at the end of the day, when a rich motherfucker get rich, if he is rich enough, at the end of the day, people stop giving a fuck about how he got that money. You know what I'm saying? If he's rich enough to insulate himself from legal criminal action, like a lot of these politicians are, who are doing insider trading and shit, then people, they might be asking questions, but they ain't finna get prosecuted because they have the right connection. So it's a power play. I mean, honestly, Andrew Tate, the only way he would have won is he would have had to get down with some of the criminal elite, honestly, and he would have had to get down with them in order to avoid prosecution in this matter.
And women, for that matter, who are looking at maybe a possible direction in their career. So I like to motivate people in a very positive way. But the other thing I do is I do offer a legal analysis of what's going on here. Right off the bat, he tells you that his main goal is to have them work for him and him get all the money.
Webcam studios everywhere. There's one webcam studio down the road called Studio 20 with 100 rooms. 100 rooms, 8-hour shifts, 3 girls a day. That's 300 girls a day working, and they all work on live gasm. So if you're going to go on live gasm, you're going to be competing with big time guys. And what you want to be competing with is people at home in their bedrooms. You want to be competing with serious businessmen, because I know for a fact Studio 20, the owner of Studio 20 and the owner of the website itself, Liza Yasmin, are friends, and they've got some kind of backhander agreement. So all the Studio 20 girls appear high on the webpage. They appear at the top of the page. Obviously, if you're going to go on there, you don't want to scroll down to 10 pages to find a girl. You're going to go to the girls in the first row. All his girls appear high up because he's giving the guy a backhand. It's all this shady business. It's a huge competition market.
So you can see his main thrust.
All right, so just to kind of show you guys that webcamming is definitely a legit business. Definitely a legit business, and I'm pretty sure this is oh wow. And they're doing quote unquote non-nude webcam models. So we succeed together, Studio 20. Why work as a non-nude webcam model? Because you'll feel like a queen. You'll be able to buy anything you want. You'll gain confidence in yourself. You will feel sexy, and you can seduce any man you desire. A car, a house, a dream vacation, these can all be yours. If you want to become financially independent and achieve your life goals in a few years, then you should contact Studio 20 Glamour Live Cam Studio. We will be together during the most rewarding experience of your life in the online modeling industry. You can spoil yourself with shopping sprees, fabulous income, and a career as a glamour webcam model. If you become a webcam model in the online modeling industry, you'll earn a lot of money. You'll have flexible hours, and you'll have fun working alongside a young, cheerful, and friendly team. Here at the best live cam studio, you will like the prettiest and most desirable women in the world. So this is the webcam business in a nutshell. After receiving the Silver Jasmine certified title on January 11, 2017, at the festivity held in Las Vegas in the 6 months after this notable event, Studio 20 became the first and only studio in the online modeling industry to receive the Gold Jasmine certified title. Now, obviously, some of these damn rewards niggas be getting. Okay, look, Los Angeles Times, as LAP industry struggles, webcamming becomes new trend. XBiz says Studio 20 opens live cam house in Timisoara, Romania. Okay, Timisoara, Romania. So I guess that's where Tate's talking about, right? And there's another webcam studio, Live Jasmine. Okay, look, Studio 20 opens location in Cluj, now operating 3 live cam centers in Romania. So could this be a hit job for fuck the Matrix? Because the title of this shit is The Matrix Doesn't Exist. Andrew Tate was just sloppy, and he was sloppy. He was sloppy. If there's any critique of Andrew Tate besides, all the critique that he's undergone, it's that he was sloppy with his business. And that's a fact. That's a fact. Okay, so it looks like shit. They operating just fine. They getting bitches to sign up day and night. Let's go to their YouTube. So they have 34,000 subs on YouTube. And honestly, They're really glamorizing going to be a webcam girl. Is this? And then they've got women speaking on their behalf. Is this promoting intercourse trafficking? They got a Twitter. Oh, this ain't. These hoes are not partially nude. Hold on, let me go to my other Twitter account because this how I know it's not partially nude because these bitches is naked. Because I went to Twitter and then it said, "Oh, you can't see this. You can change the settings in your media to look at this." So let's see. Yeah, so I mean, they definitely got bitches in bikinis at least, for sure. Yeah, they got some bad hoes on the roster. So maybe Live Jasmine and 20 or Studio 20 are trying to get Andrew Tate up out the paint because he's competition. Fuck the Matrix. Right? Fuck the Matrix. And they're doing TikToks and getting the bitches lit on TikTok. Live Jasmine, look, you see Live Jasmine, they're verified on Twitter. They got shit going on with naked bitches. Straight up. Are they sex trafficking? No, because they had their paperwork right. See, that's the difference. That's the difference. You have to have your paperwork right. You got to have your paperwork right, man. You got to have your paperwork right. That's why I said Andrew Tate sloppy, because I guarantee he didn't give bitches, letters of termination. They ain't doing no 60-day notice. They not doing nothing the right way, bro. They not doing it the right way. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to run a business like that, you have to do it the right way. NDAs, all that shit, bro. All that shit. But the videos the websites that I just showed you, Studio 20 and Live Jasmine, those are current webcam businesses that if you ever been on a porn site, you're going to see their models masturbating. Like, these bitches be stuffing dildos down a pussy. I mean, and it's like, oh, come to Live Jasmine while I like masturbate. Like, bruh, I don't know about you guys, but I don't really find women masturbating. Like, I mean, obviously a nigga's gonna get hard seeing a naked bitch, but I just don't find it like sexy like that. You know what I'm saying? But Live Jasmine, Studio 20, they've got virtual tours and all this shit, and they're still in operation today. So the only thing the main thing Andrew Tate did wrong was he was not standing on his business. He didn't have his paperwork right.
Give a shit how he does it, really. He's going to tell you in a second here the origin of the story. And he's repeated these same concepts through multiple interviews, right? And so when you say I'm taking things out of context, we've sourced this and sourced this and sourced this, and he's repeated it multiple times. It is something when you hear who he wants to compete. He doesn't want to compete with the main factories. He wants to compete with the girls that are at home. So it kind of that gives you an indication that he's going. It's like in nature, I suppose. It's you go after the weakest.
Now, I've told very shortly my story, how I kind of started my whole webcam business. I'll tell it again in detail here. I was fighting. I had some money. I had 70,000 pounds in a safe in my.
One of our viewers had indicated that he's gotten most of his money from fighting. He had 70 grand, 70,000 euros or pounds or whatever he had, and that was it.
Bedroom in my house. I wanted to buy property in Thailand and move to Thailand. I needed 80,000. I was 10 grand short, and I thought I'd go to the casino and make the 10.
That's also telling. I'm going to go to the casino and try to make money when he's not even a gambler. Guys, stay away from the casino. There's a reason that they're so big.
Agreed.
Obviously, we all know how that story went. So I lost 30, so now I need 40. I needed it quickly. So I was sitting there trying to find a way to make money. So how can I make money? And what I did was I said to Tristan, I'm literally not leaving my room until I wait for us to make more money, because I can only fight so many times per year and I know their income. So I got a pen and paper and I was on YouTube, like researching, how people make money, what millionaires have, and they kept talking about assets. I was sitting there thinking, what assets do I have? I'm trying to buy a property. I mean, I didn't own a property in the UK.
Now, think about the word asset. What is an asset? Well, I suppose this hat is an asset. It's not worth much, but it's really the brand is worth a lot more than the hat is. But what is an asset? The office, the building, your brand, those are assets. things that you own are assets.
Times they didn't pay me tax anymore. I didn't want to pay taxes, so I didn't buy a house to confirm. So I was like, what?
Keep in mind, keep that tax theme.
Yeah, the tax shit. But I don't know Romanian tax law. But if he's a U.S. citizen, then he's going to have to file taxes on, I'm pretty sure he's going to have to file taxes in the States. If he lives overseas, you do get some tax breaks. And I'm not completely sure. You have to talk to a CPA. I'm not an accountant. But yeah, man. I mean, honestly, I ain't going to lie. It definitely looks like he's fucked. It definitely looks like he's fucked. Let's keep going.
Back your head.
Assets do I have? Like I have a car, I have this, I have that. And then I realized I had about 5 girlfriends, all smoking hot. And females are an asset.
Oh, shit.
Attractive females are absolutely an asset. And if you disagree with me, walk in the club with 10 blondes and you'll see who the most important guy in the club is. Fuck the champagne shows.
Who the fuck cares who the most important guy in the club is?
I mean, it matters. I mean, you could say that, right? Like, you know, you're old, you ain't been in the club, but shit. If you're the most important guy in the club, you're going home with some, for one. You're getting a whole bunch of shit for the free ski, for 2. So you're saying, oh, who the fuck cares about, you know, who's the most important guy in the club? Nigga, shit. That shit matter. Like, waiting in lines, if you don't want to wait in line, be one of the most important guys in the club. Okay, because when I go to the club, I ain't waiting in line. So this is a virtual tour of Live Jasmine's studio. They not really letting you go anywhere. But look at this shit. Are these elevators or are these like little rooms where the bitches be at? Because, okay, so here's one of their meeting rooms, their office rooms. This is pretty cool, honestly. Shit. Work is love made visible. So yeah, so this is what their studios look like. Obviously, the bitches be doing makeup here. They got the cameras and, you know, the hoes is working. They masturbating on camera. So they're talking about, oh, Tate had a lair. Tate had a lair. What do you call this, nigga? This is a whole office building. They pimping hoes through the office building. Damn, I can't even get in some of these rooms right now. And then they got a chat too. How can we help? Let me see. Y'all got some bitches? Y'all got some bitches? Never mind. I ain't putting my name in shit. I'm just kidding. That was a joke, guys. But look, these niggas got cameras, lights on the bed. So I'm just trying to let you guys know that the webcam business is totally legit. And, you know, the issue comes when if these bitches were held against their will, that's the only issue. But look at this shit. They got a fat ass camera, the cityscape, and a big ass. This looked like a California king. And then they got the lights. I mean, come on, bruh. And this is Studio 20. This ain't even Live Jasmine, because Live Jasmine, they fucking on there. This another room, a circle bed, lip gloss wallpaper. I mean, I know Andrew Tate didn't have all this now. Look, they got TVs for the bitch. They got a desktop. Another room. Look, every bitch got a room. Okay, so I'm just trying to give you guys perspective. The webcam business is definitely a legit business. You have to get shit in paperwork, though. It has to be ran legit.
The most insecure guy in the club, it's important to that guy. But it should never be important to you to be the most important guy in the club. What should be important to you is the people around you having their respect, but having their respect because not because you're walking in there with 12 blondes.
I've walked in the club with 10 girls, and there's guys next to me doing champagne shows. Is it looking at their table or my table? I don't give a fuck about their table. Pussy is the most important driving force of this planet. Pussy is the only reason that empires were started and wars were waged. It's the only reason all you guys are out there are even interested in having money. If there was no pussy about, you wouldn't care about having money. You say, oh, I have a little bit of money and I'll just play chess all day. I don't care. I'll play video games. The only reason we want cars and clothes and six packs and houses and shit is for girls.
That is so simplistic.
Girls are the driving force. So when I realized I had all these assets, I had to find a way to monetize the assets.
No, I mean,
the assets, you know, were something you own. He's got 5 women that he believes are his assets.
Yeah, he's saying the bitches, he owns the bitches.
I knew some street pimps. I've known them for a long time. Straight street pimping is completely, in fact, no, it's not completely forbidden. The psychological aspect is the same.
So now I'm not.
So that, goddamn. He's comparing street pimping to the webcam business, which it honestly is. The only difference is you have to have your paperwork right. Okay? Because honestly, I'm not against sex work. You know, I like making fun of the hoes and shit. I mean, that's just funny. But I'm not against it. I definitely think that prostitution should be legal and regulated. Straight up. All right? Just like stripping and all this other shit.
Taking things out of context. He's saying the psychological aspect of what he's going to be doing is the exact same psychological aspect of street pimping, and that is control
of what we're going to do.
Yeah, I mean, and people are making some good points. Miami and Vegas and LA is where, you know, P-Hub is at. P-Hub is sex work, all that stuff. Even there's OnlyFans chicks there's OnlyFans chicks. Should I expose this? Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna expose it because I need you guys to understand like how real the intercourse work is. Like there's a website called sexyjobs.com. Okay, they gonna hate me putting this out here. All the P-Star executives gonna hate me putting this out here. But I'm gonna give y'all the blueprint because this is the reality of the situation. I think Andrew Tate definitely fucked up. He ran his mouth way too crazily. You know, he did some things wrong. He didn't have his paperwork right, and he didn't legitimize his business. He should have took himself out of the business, stopped fucking the bitches, and let them be managed properly. But when you involve sex with, or when you involve money or work with pleasure, it fucks up. So there's this website called sexyjobs.com. Okay. And this is what I was talking about. This is what I was trying to like put y'all on game when it comes to the intercourse work. This is an American site. Okay. Sexyjobs.com. Now they say, oh, well, you shouldn't be using this to scout or to, prostitute basically. But all the bitches on here are prostitutes, bro. So let's go. Sexyjobs.com. Here's the disclaimer. Our exclusive purpose is operating this website is to publish employment/engagement related classified advertising profiles and postings written only by others, and to provide worldwide web functionality convenient to the lawful use of such advertising profiles and postings for exclusive lawful purposes, including the facility of intercommunication among these classes of users. And honestly, an old pimp from my high school told me about this website. It says all help wanted ads and job seeker profiles and the information and postings related to them are exclusively authored by third parties, not by us. These third party advertisers and posters are alone responsible for what is contained in their respective advertisement and posting. So basically they're saying, nigga, we ain't got nothing to do with nobody who posts on this website, even though they're selling subscriptions to the website. So in order to post a job listing, you have to spend $50 a month or $100 a month or whatever it is. They say we do not verify the contents of any third-party advertisement or posting. So they're not reviewing the shit. There's no regulation. You can post, hey, looking for girls under the age of 18. I'm in Georgia. I'm looking for girls 16 to 17. You can post that, and they don't verify the shit. They're not looking at it. They're not regulating it. They're not saying, oh, this post goes against community guidelines. This is sexyjobs.com, y'all. I'm not trying to put the game on blast, but I'm trying to put the game on blast. You dig? Okay. Nor screen the background of any advertiser or poster. So you can literally be a sex offender and post on this website. No regulation whatsoever. And I'm gonna show you some hoes from Atlanta too. We do not operate any talent or employment agency. We do not offer, procure, or promise to procure any employment or engagement for any person or attempt to do so for any person. We do not recommend, endorse, or vouch for the bona fide worth of integrity of any agency, company, individual, advertiser, poster, or otherwise. So huge disclaimers. So, okay. So here we go. Find talent. So here we go. You can pick, it goes from female talent, male talent, to top trans talent. All right. And you can go by location. Let's pick Atlanta. All right, because that's where I'm at. And I've literally seen hoes on here. I've literally seen hoes on here that I've seen in the club. This is why, like, people be talking about, oh, well, reclaim your throne. You just talking shit. You don't know that any bitch with over 100,000 followers is selling pussy. Then I find her on sexyjobs.com and I'm like, yeah, she's selling pussy. So let's get into the intricacies of what these women do on sexyjobs.com. Let's try to find like a woman who's actually hot, because some of these bitches is busted. Some of these hoes is busted. I'm telling you, they don't like this shit. But honestly, this damn site is damn near illegal. This site is damn near illegal. This is damn near like Backpage. Vivian Taylor, she looked kind of good. White, 21-year-old, bi female, Atlanta, Georgia. Model, actress, webcam performer, phone sex operator, text chat operator, reality performer, dancer, clip performer, dom performer, dominatrix performer. That's what dom performer means. Sub performer, submissive performer, virtual assistant, miscellaneous, club, bar, staff, talent, recruit, manager, makeup artist, production staff, admin / office staff, sales, marketing, social media expert, booker / dispatcher. All this is bullshit. Go back to anything that has something to do with sex. That's her qualification. The rest of this shit she don't want to do. If I put her as a virtual assistant in my car rental business, I guarantee she wouldn't want to do that job. She's trying to do some shit where she can, quickly suck some dick, and then she's not trying to work no hourly job, no hourly wage, okay? Acting genres, soft, hard, boy, girl, girl, IR, solo, and you're not even supposed to be promoting like actual intercourse on this, but she's saying my acting genres is softcore porn, softcore P, hardcore P, boy, girl P, girl P, interracial P, and solo P, which is the masturbation shit that, I think is goofy. Now, this girl, I literally have like seen her in the clubs in Atlanta. She's like big, like she's big, and she's on like this basic ass site promoting herself on this basic ass site, bruh. And she's getting gigs and bookings from this site. I'm telling you, this is where bitches go to become adult film actresses. So let me find her Instagram. And I ain't gonna lie, she's bad. She definitely bad. Okay, I found her Instagram. Is this the right bitch though? Do I got the right bitch? Okay, yeah, I got the right bitch. So she got a Snapchat, she got a hub site, she got an OF, and she got a TikTok. We'll probably get more safe content on TikTok. Oh, well, I guess her TikTok got banned because the TikTok link ain't going nowhere. So let me just show you guys her Instagram. And I ain't gonna lie, she is bad, okay? But she's in the clubs in Atlanta, bro. I'm telling you that right now, bro. Oh, damn. I didn't even know this was the same one. So here we go. And I'm just saying, like, okay, so she's doing a lot here. But yeah, she is like, I don't know if this is her actual page or a parody page, but this is the bitch, okay? She's an adult film actress, and she's lit, okay? She's lit. Let me see if I can actually find her actual... like, I've literally seen her in the club. I'm telling you guys right now. Shorty is selling pussy. I mean, obviously she does, adult film, so obviously she's selling the WAP. Okay, here we go. We got it. I got her actual IG. So this is her actual IG, 179K followers. Okay. Yeah. So she's definitely out here. Okay. On yachts, ass out, doing the most. Okay. She definitely thick. She's definitely thick, and she's all over the hub. And this is a regular bitch in Atlanta, bruh. And she's on, sexyjobs.com. Guys, if you want to find out if your wife is doing OnlyFans, get on sexyjobs.com. All right. I'm just trying to show you guys how real this shit is and how the lines can be blurred and gray area can come in.
The skill I'm going to teach you is exactly the same. I could easily translate mine to a street business, and you could easily street pimp with the things I'm going to teach you. I didn't want no one else fucking my girl. That's the truth. My girls. I want to fuck my girls. I want some other guy fucking my girls. What the fuck's the point in that? So, long story short, blah, 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 blah. Discovered webcam and went from there. Flew all 5 girls in at once, sat them all down. So I've been going out with all of you. Here's the truth. Start a business, you'll make money or not. 2 decided to stay. 3 started crying, got back on the plane because they're all different places in the world. I had them when I was fighting. So I went and fought in Slovakia, I got a girlfriend. Went and fought in France, got a girlfriend. Went and fought in other girls around the world. So I told them all to fly in, sat them all down together. Like, who the fuck are all these other girls? I was like, okay, truth time. Bang.
All these other girls probably think they're exclusive before they.
So here's the deception, and here's what they're trying to pin them on. I want to get to the point where he's talking about like how he pays them, because that's really what the issue is, the paperwork.
Come to him, right? And now all of a sudden he lays the truth down on him. What is that's deception from the very beginning. His words, not mine.
I'm a G. I'm fucking you all.
I'm a G.
I'm gonna start a business. You're all gonna live here with me. 3 got back on the plane. 2 decided to stay. 2 weeks later, 1 left, and so I was left with 1. Starting with 1 is good, but those 2 weeks I fucked them together a few times.
The G, as he calls himself, started with 5. Now he's down to 1. How much respect would you have for the 1 girl that's still standing there? The 4 girls, thank God that they had the sense. But really, what is?
And I don't disagree. Obviously, any bitch who gonna sign up for this, she gonna have to understand that this life, that's intercourse, work life, unless you like you're pretty much not gonna find like a legit husband and like have a legit family unless you on some Adam 22 shit, which they ended up having a daughter, and it's like, shit, what the hell y'all gonna teach your daughter? Y'all gonna just let your daughter hop into the game too? You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's hella issues with going into that type of work. But I did want to expose how people get into it and how easy it is to get into it, even in the States, and how unregulated it is, because it's illegal to film adult film and produce it in Georgia. But guess how many OF girls we got out here literally having intercourse? Like, so how is that legal? They're literally creating intercourse tapes in Georgia and then selling them on OnlyFans, and that's illegal. It's illegal to produce P content in Georgia, but all these Atlanta hoes got OnlyFans and they're getting fucked on them. So how is that legal? Why are they not being arrested? Make it make sense.
Who is the bigger man? Is the bigger man that's the fucking poser who walks into a club with 12 girls? Or is the bigger man who is the honorable guy who stands by his family, raises a family, has a decent job, goes to work every day, is solid? I'd rather go to a pub than a club any day. When you are that guy, not the G, but when you are a solid guy where you're there for your family.
And I agree with him. He's describing a Malcolm, what I call a Malcolm, a mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man. A lot of Andrew Tate's content before he got arrested, he was shitting on the regular man. Like, let's keep it a buck. You're a brokey. You're this, and I guess you can say, oh, it was inspirational, But I never do that. I'm not gonna shit on the common man. I respect the guy who's going to work. I respect the guy who's not, getting it out the mud on some, trapping shit. I respect the common guy, the sanitation worker, the guy who drives the UPS trucks, the Amazon driver. I respect that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because these are the guys that make the world go round, the truck drivers, the niggas with the CDL. Shout out to my CDL niggas. And he was doing a lot of shitting on the common man, like the 9-to-5 guy, you're a bot, you're this, you're that. And I get it. Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur, but everybody can't be an entrepreneur. Otherwise, there won't be no entrepreneurs, because a boss has to have employees. So not everybody can be a boss, bro.
Trying to manipulate anybody, and you're a provider for your family, and you are a solid, straight guy. That's the G. That's the person who's the real man.
Your goal is to inspire a girl to make money and give you the money.
Your goal is to rip her off. That's really what he's telling you. Those are his words. I'm not taking anything out of context. We're not chopping this up. This is his little seminar that he was pitching to all these guys out there who think he's got something to offer.
So the way you're going to do that is you have to have some element of influence, and you're going to have that element of influence through her respecting you, looking up to you, and her believing she needs you.
Now that is a critical thing. The old pimps, what they would do is they'd find some young girl.
I mean, and if it wasn't intercourse work, then I don't see how this is necessarily bad. Okay, when you work for JP Morgan and you're a banker, you know that you need them. You need them to, give you a good resume. You need them to promote you. You need them to pay your bills. They're not going to show you every facet of banking unless you climb the ladder. They're not just going to show you they're never going to show you what the left hand is doing. You work on the right side of the hand. Your job consists of the right side of the hand. They're never going to let you show what their left hand is doing because any smart CEO is not going to give up his business model. So yes, there needs to be decentralization. No, the bitches cannot know what's happening at the top because that's just how a company works.
Bus station, this is old school kind of thing, or the mall or whatever, and they shower them with gifts, and then they think they're the best, and and these are chicks that don't have any self-esteem whatsoever, and then they start working.
And see, I wouldn't say that they don't have any self-esteem. They just want to be rid of rich nigga, like every bitch does. Like saying, "Oh, they have no self-esteem," dude. You think these bad bitches don't have self-esteem? The main ones who don't have self-esteem are the ones who are going under the knife. Now, Bruce Willis has a lot more videos on Andrew Tate, and I'm gonna have to end after I get to the point that I want to watch. I'm gonna have to end that and go to the Vice documentary because I want to break that whole thing down. Let's get it.
And then, but it's a slow process. But it's a slow process of mind control and physical control with money, control with emotions, and physical control.
And this is extremely important because at the beginning she will need you, but then she won't need you. But you have to keep that fallacy, keep that dream alive.
Fallacy. That's his word. His word. I'm not taking this out of context. So she'll need you at first, but then she won't. But you have to keep her convinced that she does need you. That's how you control. That's the control part. And it is a fallacy. And what is fallacy? Fraud.
She can't do this without you to ensure that she doesn't do it without you. So this is what screen share is all about. Effectively, this is the way the business works. The girl sits on the camera. Now, when the girl is on...
Damn. Is that one of his bitches? She's pretty hot. Yeah, man. I mean, I really don't see any issue with the decentralization of the business model, degrees of separation.
On camera, and you would have seen from my promotional video, that was at the height of my webcam empire. The blonde in that video I'm still with now. You'll see from there.
Yeah, that's his bitch.
How we explain that there's people typing or pretending to be the girl 24 hours a day. So it hasn't got to be 24.
That part, I suppose, is fine in terms of a business model.
So how is that part fine? Because they think that they're chatting. So, and this is the thing with the Loverboy method, which is some bullshit. Yes, do niggas use the Loverboy method to legitimately get bitches, geeked up on heroin and then, fucking niggas in brothels and shit? Yeah. But at the end of the day, most people, any nigga dating uses the Loverboy method every single fucking day. Damn near. If you got any type of game, shit, that's the only method to use. You can't tell these bitches, oh yeah, I just want to fuck. Otherwise, they're gonna be gone. So you have to say, yeah, I'm looking for something real. I'm looking for a vibe. You gotta say something. And why is that okay to have virtual assistants typing with these people every single day? And that's not the actual person you're communicating with. So what if Andrew Tate used the Loverboy method with virtual assistants? Then would that be okay? You see, I'm trying to figure out what's okay and what's not, because they're saying, oh, the Loverboy method is illegal, but it's really not. It's called selling a dream, honestly. And you have to do that in every single dating situation. You have to make it seem like you're more interested in the girl than you actually are. Even if you really like her, then in some cases, you got to seem like you're less interested, depending on her attraction. It's game, bro. The Loverboy method is game, and women use it all the damn time. Oh, yeah, I like you. Ooh, yeah, pay for my bills. Send me a cash app. Dude, they do it all the time, bruh. Oh yeah, I'm sending nudes. I'll send you a nude for $20. Just cash out me real quick. They never hit you back. What is that? And men are getting ripped off every day when it comes to that shit. I'm telling you that right now. Oh yeah, you want to see my pussy? Yeah, send me $20 on Cash App. You send the $20, the bitch block you. But then again, You can't call the cops about them bricks in the kitchen. So I can't really report that because I'm not even sure if it's legal to buy a bitch nudes. You see what I'm saying? So this is what these hoes do every single day, bro. Every single day on Tinder, on Hinge, on Bumble. If you ever been on a dating app, what's the first thing the bitch going to cash at me? Send me some money. What that's the first thing they say in their damn bio. So bitches use the lover girl method or love bombing, whatever you want to call it, too. And they're fine to do it because they can like make it seem like they're going to give a man sex and screw him over. But then it's like, oh, well, you're not obligated to my body. But, you know, I ran your pockets for $500 at, you know, Mastro's or some shit. It's bullshit.
But it's fraud. I mean, he's the one typing, and so you think you're getting all excited by something she's saying, and here you're really communicating with Andrew.
That's literally what every OnlyFans model does today. Any OnlyFans model that's 1% OnlyFans, she's not typing those messages. Facts. Any OnlyFans model that's not 1% on OnlyFans, she's not typing those messages. And I'm looking at Live Jasmine's Twitter feed. They're not even tagging the bitches. They're hashtagging their name. They're not even giving the bitches clout. And they got some bad bitches on here. I'm not going to lie. They got some bad bitches. I'm sure this is I'm sure it's a fucking great business to run. Right? Because you got access. But at the end of the day, the lines are blurred. And if they don't have their paperwork right, which I'm sure Live Jasmine has their paperwork all the way right, then you're screwed. And I think Andrew Tate did not have his paperwork right.
But that method is very important for two reasons. First, let me explain how it works. Listen up, motherfuckers. So the girl's on the webcam. She's sitting here. When a girl is on camera, she has a public room, which people will visit, and they will spend money in and talk shit.
And when you think about it, the people that he's appealing to on these webcams are just a bunch of really lonely guys. And
yes, and that's a good point too. That's another thing. See, there's issues with Andrew Tate, you know, obviously accusations of him being a grifter. And I mean, honestly, yeah, 100%. I'll put him down for grifting because you can't on one end say that you're trying to help men stop being depressed and and then on the other hand, promote sex work and use women to tempt men to lust after them, right? So you can't say, oh, I'm trying to help men, I'm trying to get men, you know, to be better. And then on the other hand, but, you know, first jack off to my bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't do that. You can't do those two in the same breath. Now, it obviously is a good business model. As you can see, he made money off of it. But as far as the integrity part of it, it's lacking because, look, of course, being able to run a business like that legitimately without any legal ramifications is every man's dream. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Every man's dream, okay? Multiple women, fucking on command, making you money. I mean... That's like living like Hugh Hefner, right? But at the same time, if you're going to be doing that, you can't, on the other hand, be like, oh, yeah, I'm trying to help improve men's lives. But, you know, these men who buy pussy from me, I'm finna drain their bank account. It don't work like that.
There's a ton of them out there.
It is your job to train the girl to talk to and interact with that public room as much as possible. So when people come in the room and say, oh, hey, how are you? She's like, they type. The men type, hey, how are you? It comes in the box. She goes, oh, hey, I'm fine. Thank you. And she has to make sure her public room is engaging and interesting.
Okay, so Angel is making some decent points in here. She says the Loverboy method specifically refers to how you get men or women to sell themselves to other people when they wouldn't initially want to. Okay, so I do want to point out something. Wanting to is also a judgment call. Because at the end of the day, unless you're physically being forced, you can't do anything that you don't want to do. All right. Like if somebody peer pressures me into drinking alcohol, yeah, you know, you might have peer pressured me into doing it. But at the end of the day, I made the decision and chose to do it. That's the accountability part. So when it comes to wanting to do something, here's how it goes. Okay, say I'm using the lover boy method on Tinder. I'm getting bitches to the crib. And then when they pull up, I'm saying, hey, you know, I wasn't really trying to fuck with you. I'm trying to get you on this webcam shit. And she's like, fuck no, I ain't no hoe. I ain't finna be on no webcam shit. I thought it was just me and you, whatever. And then I say, oh, no, it ain't even like that. All the paperwork is going to be right. You're going to have your intellectual property at the end, you know, when you leave and shit like that. And all the video content that you created is going to go back to you. However, I'm really trying to get your ass on some webcam shit. Bitch, I ain't no hoe, man. I'm out the door, man. Nigga, you playing. And I say, what if I could tell you that you can make $100,000 a month? Then the bitch close the door. She say, dude. And then she say, talk more. Then I'll say, sit down. And I'll explain to her how she can make $100,000 a month off the webcam business. Yeah, she didn't want to at first, but then I told her, bitch, it's a bag in this shit. Then she changed her damn mind. That's how it goes. Yeah, your first resort may not be stripping. I guarantee every bitch on the stripper pole don't want to strip for the rest of her life. As a matter of fact, every time you ask a stripper what she do, she tell you everything but strip. She tell you, oh, well, I'm a hairstylist, and oh, I'm a nurse. Oh, I'm studying to do this. Oh, I'm studying to do that. The bitch will never mention that she's a stripper. You just go to the club and see her ass on the pole and be like, damn, that bitch told me that she was a hairstylist. She told me she was an entrepreneur. Meanwhile, the bitch stripping. No, she don't want to strip, but guess what? She's doing it for the money. I don't want to go to work, but I'm doing it for the money. So, like I said, it's a gray area, especially when it comes to the intercourse work. But just because you're doing something and you necessarily didn't want to do it at first, you can be convinced to do said thing on the back end, right, for a price. And like I said, every woman has a price, and that's the game.
As much as possible to keep people in the room. Now, while the
there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with what he's actually doing. It's the nature of how he's getting the girls there and keeping them there.
She can also receive private messages. And all those private messages you are going to reply to. And you're going to reply to them via screen share on a computer in a different room. As long as you're on the same Wi-Fi network, you're having more conversations with men than a girl could ever have on her own. Because she's too busy on her own. She's overwhelmed. She can't talk to all these people. So some guys you have to negotiate with, some guys you have to do a deal with, some guys whatever. You can do all that shit. But even more importantly, it makes the girl believe that she can't do it without you.
That's a recurring theme, that she can't do it without you. She is reliant on you. She needs you. And why is that important? Because if she thinks she can do it on her own, guess what? She does it on her own, and you've lost your profit center. That's what he's talking about. That's why the control is such an important.
Well, I mean, look at professional sports. You need the NFL to play football for the rest of your life. You need the NBA. Yeah, you could play in Europe and all that shit, but who wants to? Let's keep it a buck. Nobody wants to play overseas. Everybody wants to play in America in the NBA. You need them in order to play the sport you want to play for the rest of your life. So it's the same thing with a corporation. You need the job that you have. If you work at Caterpillar, you need them to employ you, to give you more work, to give you more training, to give you more certifications.
An aspect of what he does.
At the beginning, she can, but there'll become a point she can't. But you being here, it synergizes this teamwork energy. We're going to do this together. Yeah, you go on the camera. Don't worry. I'll talk to the guys. I'm going to talk to them. We're a team. Happy, positive teamwork. There's no negative energy in this business. You have to be positive.
So you heard him. No negative energy in the business. So I'm assuming that he treats the girls right at face value. Now, what he says in this video is demeaning for sure. Let's keep going.
So by you typing for the girl, you maximize your money. And also she believes she needs you, which is extremely important. Later on down the line, I got to the point where I'd hired typers. So I didn't have to type.
That's literally what OnlyFans bitches do to this day.
So I'd hired girls to sit and type and pretend to be the girls.
And there's OnlyFans management companies that take 70%. Yep, that's right. The bitches get 30%. The guys who manage them get 70%. Why? Because they have scaled and systematized the business to a formula down pack. They could turn a regular bitch to a star overnight. That's why they get paid the big bucks, and bitch, you get paid 30%. Because you didn't know the systems. You don't have the software to link all your live streams, okay? You didn't know about StreamYards, bitch. You didn't know about OBS until I came and brought you the software. So yeah, you could spend some time and read some manuals and learn how to work it over time. But by then, you made a lot of content. It just depends on that individual's ambition. It's just like, Working for a law firm. Yeah, you can work for a law firm for the rest of your life, or you can start your own firm.
So like girls online, I had an office full of girls pretending to type. So I had 4 typers.
And I'm gonna just go out on a limb. I don't believe that if a bitch really wanted to leave, he was like forcing them and locking them in to stay. I don't believe that. I really don't believe that.
20 girls online, for example. Another reason to use Chatterbait is because they will pay you in Bitcoin.
Chatterbait, okay? Chatterbait, all right? A lot of people don't, you know, if you don't watch adult films, then you won't know what the fuck they're talking about. But Chatterbait is a free adult webcam site. Honestly, I just pulled up to it right now. There are a lot of women on here, butt naked, sucking dick, getting fucked. Honestly, it's a couple bad bitches on this bitch. I'm not gonna lie. Oh wow, it's a can I play this? Shit, fuck it. Fuck it. Should I play this? Nah, I shouldn't play that. I mean, she's not naked. She just sitting there doing nothing. Nah, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. I don't have to play that. Cause then some ad might pop up and it might be, I don't know, some nigga getting fisted or some shit. But I'm just looking at this shit and it's like, yeah, okay, there's literally bitches on here live right now. And I mean, it's fucking insane. There's niggas in the chat. It's like a damn YouTube stream, except with softcore P. Let's see what the chat's saying. Should I show it? I mean, Shorty's not naked, honestly. She's just in a bikini. I mean, I don't think it violates. Oh, now she's touching her tits. All right. Now we gotta go. All right, cool. But y'all get the point. It's webcam shit.
This is another critical part of what he does, and that may impact a criminal prosecution of him later. And if you recall at the beginning of this video, he talked about not wanting to own property because he didn't want to pay taxes. And him not paying taxes is a recurring theme. And
the thing about that's kind of a stupid statement, because if you own property, you can depreciate 27.5% from your taxes, or 27.5% of the property's value from your taxes. So actually owning property is what can help you avoid paying taxes. Shout out to my nigga Trump. Okay, that's why they release his tax returns, and he ain't gonna get prosecuted, because the nigga legally did, like, it was some years where he paid a lot of taxes and some years he paid damn near no taxes. Okay.
And so if he's avoiding taxes, you can't avoid taxes with Bitcoin. I mean, you still owe the money. If you're making money, it's income. You have income taxes. Just because you're paid in Bitcoin doesn't mean that you don't owe the taxes. So let's continue.
They'll pay you in Bitcoin. You put in your Bitcoin address and they'll pay you in Bitcoin. And this is amazing because you've all seen the thought audit shit that's going on. You've all seen the fucking legalities of banking. Trying to get money out of these sites into your bank without paying a shitload of tax is actually very difficult.
See, it's that whole avoiding taxes. And it's not legal to do that. It's not legal to not pay your taxes.
Yeah, that is true.
And that was going to be like an hour segment of this fucking thing. But we don't need to do that anymore because in the last 6 months, Chatterbait have released the Bitcoin option. So they'll pay you in Bitcoin. So if your girl on there working,
and you still have to pay taxes on Bitcoin, it's just a lot less regulated.
Let's say you generate $3,000-$4,000, bang, you get Bitcoin into your wallet. Done. No fucking tax, no thought audit, none of that shit. And I had a separate phone with all my girls' guys in that phone, and I kept control of it. And I would speak to them, and before she went online, I would tell her, like, need basic information. You don't let your girl have this, because if your girl ever runs off and leaves you, which is going to happen Sunday release, you don't want her to have an address book of all the guys she can get money from.
Another aspect of control.
Okay, so the address book, the client book, that's common business practice. If I run a real estate brokerage, right, and I have a network of buyers who buy properties, cash, finance, whatever, hard money, private money, whatever, and I have a fucking real estate agent under my brokerage who thinks he's hot shit, and he thinks he's got huge balls, and he thinks he's just finna come in my brokerage and then drop his nuts off. Guess what? When he gets fired, he doesn't leave with my buyers list. Fuck no. He leaves with, his real estate agent certification, and that's it. He leaves with what he came in with. Maybe he'll get a severance package if he worked long enough, but it's not like I'm finna give him my client list. Fuck no. You have no obligation to get. As a matter of fact, when people get terminated, they sign non-competes and they can't go and work for your competitors. I know Coca-Cola and Pepsi do that, where if you get fired from Coke, you can't work for like another soda company for like 5 years. So I don't see no problem with keeping your client book. That's not the bitches. She didn't build the client the client book. You did. You manage those clients. You manage those accounts. It's a fucking business. It's called decentralization. It's called 6 degrees of separation. Yeah, no, the janitor don't gotta know what the CEO is doing, my nigga.
You don't want her to have your client list, because if she has your client list, she can leave you. So you've got to restrict her information. So it's systematic, and it's a systematic method of control to control these women. Now, these are not my words. These are his words and his words alone.
You want her to leave and go, well, I don't know the account. I don't have the password for the account. I've never set it up before. I don't know how the banking works. I don't have any of my guys' phone numbers. I have nothing. And that's why they don't want to leave. It's like, oh, well, he has everything. I need him. I have to stay with him. He has everything. It's important. I'm telling you, it's a very important element, that control.
It's a very important element, that control.
The girls are like, what the fuck do I need this dude for? And they will leave. You don't have every aspect under control. Tax is also another important element for controlling your woman. You're not going to pay any tax.
This is the shit where he royally fucked up. Listen up.
You're getting paid in Bitcoin, so you don't need to pay tax to anybody.
That's not legal advice, by the way.
You need to tell your girl that you're paying the tax, because girls are lazy, and girls are stupid, and girls don't understand how taxes work.
Damn. So that is a nail in the coffin too. Look, I wouldn't say that all girls are lazy and stupid. Now, obviously, I would say girls who enter sex work are definitely lazy and probably stupid, for sure, 100%. Like, I wouldn't bat an eye when saying that. But I know some female CPAs. I know some female accountants who they're pretty good with managing books and balance sheets and whatnot. So, you know, I wouldn't go as far as to say that. But definitely girls who go into sex work most likely are going to be stupid and lazy. That's the whole reason why they go into sex work, because it's the path of least resistance.
So the girl's working with you, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, we made this much money, but I'm going to pay the tax to make sure we don't get in trouble. She'll sit there and go, okay. Now that allows you to do two things. One, it's another control element.
See how that control is a recurring theme over and over and over again?
I work with him. My tax is not a problem. If I do it alone, I have to deal with taxes. Taxes are complicated. It's a control element.
And he doesn't have respect for these women at all, because he thinks they're stupid.
It allows you to pay her a smaller percentage. So I used to pay.
So he's basically telling the bitches that, hey, you know, I get 50%, you get 50%, but I got to pay your taxes. So you actually end up getting 30%. I think that's what it breaks down to.
My girls 30%. So for every $10,000 they made, I give them 3, and I keep 7. They thought they were on 50%.
And I have no problem with that financial distribution. Okay. The house always eats.
And I said that the disparity is because of taxes. So you're on 50%, we have to pay the tax first, and then it's 50-50. If they say, why is it 50-50? Because I'm the one on camera. You say,
the issue is he didn't get the paperwork right. He should have just said, boom, it's 70-30. He should have just told him the fucking truth. It's 70-30. I have the infrastructure. I have the software. I have the business savvy. It's 70-30. Take it or leave it, or go back home, point blank.
Because I'm the one typing, I'm the one with the property you're working in, I'm the one paying the bills, the electricity, I'm the one who's, and the electricity and every other maintenance cost of this property, I'm the one who bought the equipment, I'm the one who knows what he's doing, I'm the one with the knowledge, I'm the da-da-da-da-da-da. Shut the fuck up, go on. And they should be pretty happy with that if they respect you as a person overall. So really you're paying 30, you tell them you're paying 50, difference is in the tax. That's where the disparity lies, taxes. If they don't believe you or they want to get fresh or whatever, print out some tax forms. I used to do this all the time. I used to print out some random tax forms and say, yeah, sign here.
Yeah, see, that's where you fuck it up too. Printing out tax forms, having her sign it, and then not turning in is crazy. That's definitely an L for him.
On this. What is it? So the tax. You want to pay the tax or not? Okay. And they just sign away. I'm not fucking signing. I'll throw them away afterwards. They think something's happening. Something real's happening. Nothing's happening except me getting rich, bitch.
Nothing.
A nigga said nothing. They think something real's happening. Nothing's happening. Just me getting rich, bitch. I ain't gonna lie, that was pretty funny. But yes, huge issues there. Huge issues there. Okay. You gotta have your paperwork right, and that's all I wanted to show you. Now let's get into the Vice shit. Wow, that was a lot. Now I do have some more Bruce Willis videos where he's breaking down some more shit of that Tate was saying, but I didn't mean for it to go this far. without even talking about Vice. So let's get into the Vice shit. Now, obviously, Vice is some bullshit. I don't fuck with Vice, leftist propaganda, all that good shit, right? But this did make for an entertaining documentary, and I want to kind of break down some of these things in here.
Do you ever wonder why some people who you've never heard of before all of a sudden appear everywhere? Andrew Tate! Andrew Tate is an Anglo-American kickboxer turned influencer whose extreme misogynist videos have helped make him the most viral man in the world.
Bang out the machete, boom in her face, then grip her up by the neck. What's up, bitch?
On December 29th, he and his brother were arrested by Romanian police as part of a rape and human trafficking investigation.
The Matrix has attacked me.
A few months before their arrest, I was in Romania trying to get access to their so-called secret society, the War Room.
The War Room is the most powerful network on the face of the planet today.
Andrew Tate. To get in.
So they cheers to Andrew Tate. They tried to make it seem like it was some cultic shit, but honestly, I mean, you cheers to people on their birthday. I don't really see an issue with cheersing to a nigga who's hosting a mastermind. That's what the War Room is. The War Room is. It's a mastermind. And if you guys, haven't been involved in business, then you probably wouldn't know what a mastermind is. But a mastermind is basically when you get a whole bunch of people. Grant Cardone does them where he sells tickets for fucking $5,000, and you get like a whole bunch of real estate professionals or whatever genre professionals into the same building, and y'all just talk shop about your industry. And, it's a way to network and all this other good shit. So I think the War Room is like a mastermind for Tate. So, I don't really necessarily see it as a cult, as the way that they're trying to paint the picture, as if it's like some type of cult or some shit. Let's keep going.
Inside, I had agreed to endure a professional cage fight in Romania.
I know he's gonna lose, but wow, he's actually in there.
Along with 100 Tate superfans.
We shouldn't be slaves. We shouldn't be working 9-to-5 jobs.
I need to grow. I need to get better. I need to evolve.
I'm not tough on myself. Nobody else will be. That's what I learned from Andrew Tate.
The same hole. Hold on to it.
What I found out.
My plan was to sow anarchy.
Is that this recent arrest appears to be just the tip of the iceberg.
This is definitely a hit piece.
I don't care.
The real story.
We've clearly conquered the internet.
Began years ago.
There's not a single female complaining.
Do you think there's not a single female complaining?
Have you seen one? Tell me.
My ex-boyfriend was radicalized by Andrew Tate.
So this is a trend to, or they're basically re-educating people in schools about Andrew Tate and all this shit. They're saying, boys are being radicalized by him. Teachers are getting trolled, talking about what color is your Bugatti? So they're basically saying that Andrew Tate has radicalized young men. So let's keep going.
He's sweet and I guess vulnerable to being brainwashed by Andrew Tate and his cult.
People don't know what he's done.
If you haven't heard of Andrew Tate yet, it's only a matter of time before he pops up on your newsfeed. His videos have been viewed over 11 billion times, and in July, he was more Googled than Kim Kardashian and Donald Trump. He's been called the king of toxic masculinity.
He has said that rape victims should, quote, bear responsibility.
All right, so when it comes to that great victims bearing responsibility, honestly, this is the thing. So in every situation, obviously, you have to, shit, even if you get, even if you get clapped, like we talk about super gremlins all day. Some of these niggas got to bear responsibility too. Like, what do we always say? Oh, who did you vote for? Isn't that trying to, pin some responsibility on victims? So when it comes to grape, here's the issue. I agree with them to a certain extent. Obviously they don't need to be punished for being raped, but you have to understand and take accountability for if in certain situations, like now, obviously if you just get clubbed over the head, then that's a whole different situation. But like when you go to say a party and you just get, ish-faced and blackout drunk, and then you wake up and it's some dude, trying to get inside you type stuff. obviously that's messed up. That's super messed up and all that kind of shit. But you definitely have to take accountability for getting blackout drunk, because at the same time, like, your ass shouldn't have been blackout. Honestly, that's the reality. Or at least had some precautions in there, safety precautions that would make it so that somebody was keeping an eye out on you and all this shit. And that kind of reminds me of like the Kai Cenat situation, where like there's this girl claiming that one of Kai's friends raped her. And I mean, I'll say the same shit for her. You at this party, at this YouTuber party, whatever, you end up going to sleep. I don't know how drunk she was, but she ended up going to sleep in one of his rooms. Some dude pulls up. Obviously, the dude, if he did this, you know, he's a POS, but he pulls up to the crib, takes a pussy type shit. I mean, it's not like you're saying, oh, you punished both people. It's more so of saying, okay, I was in this situation, and to avoid situations like this, my ass need to stop going to these, you know, weirdo private parties. That's the reality, because a lot of people say, oh, well, I shouldn't get graped at a party. But at the end of the day, if you go to a Hollywood party and they passing around Quaaludes and fucking cocaine and alcohol, then what you think they plan on doing? I mean, everybody's trying to fuck. So it's obviously, like I said multiple times, I'm gonna have to keep saying this. The rapists, yes, they should be castrated if they did it and all that kind of shit, you know, all that good shit. But like I said, man, there is some responsibility to be bore at pretty much for any situation that you're in. Even if you die on some Final Destination shit, the responsibility is, hey, I got to take accountability for being in this position at that time. Like, nigga, if I walk across the street, even if I got the right of way and I get hit by a car, I got to take accountability for my ass not looking both ways and being in that situation in general. I know a lot of people gonna hate that I said that, but I mean, that's just the reality, man. That's just the reality.
Being raped.
We're about to enter his compound in Romania, which was raided earlier this year as part of the rape and human trafficking investigation that led to his arrest in 2022.
Is that true that you sequestered an American girl?
She's not even pretty. This girl's average. She's ugly. I don't have time for this bullshit.
What about the rape accusation?
That's not true at all.
Hello, is this Andrew Tate's house? I'm Matt.
Okay.
Hey, hello.
Just a second to have a confirmation from Mr. Tate.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you just let me know when we're allowed.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yes.
Thank you.
Welcome.
So they let the enemy in. Mistake number one, right?
Hello, hello.
Good to see you.
This place is giant.
Yeah, I can give you a quick tour. I can't show you a lot of it. A lot of it's like off limits, but I can show you some of it. Gee, come bite them. Show them how scary you are.
Is this the normal level of security you have for your house every day, or is this just for us?
This is the normal level of security I have in my house every day. I'm prepared for all eventualities. It's better to be paranoid. I kind of like cars.
I can tell, yeah.
This door leads to, I can't take you in there. That's classified. Up on there, I can't take you in there either. It's classified. You do know if you go to any off-limit areas like security, you're going to intercept. So when I point classified, I'm basically saying don't make them put a gun in your face.
Got it.
TV, which I never watch. World title belts. I was 4-time kickboxing world champion.
Uh-oh, niggas coming out. This is a tangent, but niggas coming out against Jackson State saying the same thing Coach Prime was saying. Niggas complaining about that shit. I'm gonna have to check that out later.
And what's this painting over here?
That's my brother.
Who else lives here? Is it just you?
No, I live here with my brother.
I'm
I think
dead.
you get the best version of yourself if you live with other competitive men. I don't have loser friends.
You seen a bitch on the couch?
With my brother. I think you get the best version.
They got a bitch on the couch texting. Is she being held against her will? Don't look like it.
Of yourself if you live with other competitive men. I don't have loser friends. I like sitting down with people and discussing how we can make money from the conflict in Ukraine. That's what I enjoy. I don't want to talk about TV.
Interesting. Okay, cool. Hi, by the way. Sorry to interrupt. I'm Matt.
Georgia.
Georgia, good to meet you. What are you up to, Georgia?
Working.
Okay.
This is
He ain't let the nigga talk to the bitches. He was trying to interrogate the bitch.
The woman I'm trying to speak to, Georgiana Noghel, would also later be arrested with Tate in December.
Georgiana, 2 coffees, please.
accused of assisting him in his human trafficking
Two more bitches cleaning up.
operation. Hey, how's it going?
God damn.
Hey, how are you? What are these guys up to?
So it looks like they're on the Discord working and communicating with maybe Tate's followers.
Conquering the world, my friend.
Through what means?
I run Hustlers University, which is now currently the biggest online educational platform in the world. We've grown extremely fast. We have 110,000 students inside of a year.
Hustlers University. Hustlers University. Hustlers University.
For $49 a month, Andrew Tate's online Hustlers University promises to teach his millions of followers the secrets of modern wealth creation, from crypto trading to dropshipping.
No big deal, just the biggest online school in history.
Is this a sharp sword or is it kind of a decorative sword?
I did a Tate speech about why I have this sword. A Tate speech is like my YouTube channel, Tate Speech.
Yeah.
And I talked about how the number one problem with the world is that not enough men walk around their houses with swords.
Mm-hmm. That's up there for sure.
Because if more men walked around their houses with swords, so many of the world's issues could be fixed. But you have to extrapolate it.
Okay.
For example, so the woman panics, she sees something on TV, the man comes home, she's like, oh, we gotta start wearing a mask. Da, da, da. If the man walked around with a sword and she's like, put a mask on, he'd be like, I'm brave, I don't need a mask. I'm a commander.
I mean, obviously this for entertainment. Logically, I don't think, I mean, I got a machete in my car and I got guns, but I mean, walking around with a sword, I guess if you got money, yeah, but it's a little OD.
Fuck you. It's just a symbol of empowerment. You got your sword, your wife starts talking, you're like, shut up. I decide what I do. Be quiet. Cook.
Andrew's unashamed.
Oh, shit. So, he definitely speaks very strongly, okay? He said, shut the hell up. I decide what I do. Cook. All right. And then you seen there was bitches cooking and cleaning.
Shamed, misogynistic, and violent views so far seem to match his YouTube persona. But to find out how he's translated those into viral fame, I accept an invite onto the Tate Brothers podcast, Emergency Meeting, which is also a chance to get acquainted with his brother Tristan.
Welcome to Emergency Meeting, episode 13. We have a special guest, Matt Shea, who is internationally renowned and respected. He's a folk singer, and he's going to sing us a song.
Andrew's invited his mate on our show without my consent. I'm just going to have to bite my tongue and listen to you guys talk most of this emergency meeting. Otherwise, I'm going to walk off.
So, Matt, can you introduce yourself? Tell them about your singing career. Tell them where you're from, etc.
Yeah, so I'm actually not a folk singer at all in the slightest. No, sorry.
What?
Are you calling my brother a liar?
You lied to me.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen the clown that hides from gay people?
Have
you seen him?
No, I haven't seen the clown that hides the gay people.
So you've never seen him?
No. Is he here somewhere?
I guess that's supposed to be a joke. I mean, it wasn't that funny, but I guess they're trying to call him gay because he said the clown that hides from gay people. And obviously, if you've never seen the clown, then that means that you're gay. Very elementary school style joke.
Strange. Well, yeah, he's right here. I see him.
I see him.
All right, let's be nice to our vice friend. So let me be nice to him before he does a hit piece.
This is definitely a hit piece. I've warned my brother that this is a setup, and this is what everyone.
I don't care. I'm uninterested. I've clearly conquered.
So you heard what that nigga said. He got warned by Tristan. Tristan snuffed this shit out quick. He said this shit is a setup. Nigga said I don't care.
The internet. I'm clearly unstoppable. I'm like the board.
You've invited the liberal news media to come.
They can all come. Just because I'm wearing a gun, I'm violent. Is that how it is? Just because I got knives all over the table and I'm a kickboxing world champion, I'm violent.
If you are wearing a gun and you have knives, that does make you a little bit violent.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Makes me security aware.
I don't want to sing a song.
I haven't
sing like you promised.
It's
If
a
you
setup.
think I won't kick Vice out of my house, I think.
A few more minutes, or we're done with it.
No, you can sing now, or you're off the pod.
During an ad break, Andrew breaks character.
30-second break. Chat shit. Another 5 minutes, and we'll get you out of here.
I mean, how is that breaking character? He just got off camera. I used to do radio. Obviously, you're not going to talk the same way that you do on radio. Like, I used to do radio. I used to be like, hello there. My name is Reclaiming Your Throne at 1470 The Light. And today we are going to have it. And then afterwards, I'd be like, oh, yeah, well, we're going to have a good conversation, whatever. And then, boom, when you come back in after you play the music. I mean, I guess you could say, yeah, he broke character, but
You can talk shit back. You can annoy us if you want.
Don't worry, no, I know. I'm just not very good at. I'm not very good at talking shit.
We've had a long career. We have to do our normal broadcast.
Okay.
Kick him off the pod. Cool, man. Have fun, guys. Yeah.
Bro, this is gonna be the worst documentary about us.
What they gonna say? What they gonna say?
I don't know.
He has lots of cars and money. All the women love him. He's sexist. Oh no! Please don't put that on the internet. Who cares? Right? Whatever.
Within minutes of being on their show, the Tate content machine snapped into action. Oh yeah. Wow. Already.
So he's talking about, oh, within minutes, nigga. How is that within minutes and you at a hotel? He's not even at the Tate mansion when he's looking at the content. So obviously Vice is kind of drumming shit up too.
You promised to sing to me. If you think I won't kick Vice out of my house, you can sing now or you're off the phone.
Tate brothers embarrass Vice reporter.
Actually, I take that back. I want to make sure that my army is fighting, ethically and following the
18,000 likes, 246 comments, 66 reshares. Oh, I accidentally liked it.
If you had to go to war, did you call your friends?
Let's see what people are saying. Tate win, as always. I'm impressed how easily he runs over weak men's arguments. It isn't Tate posting all these videos, so who are all these people? Tate brothers embarrass Vice reporter was posted by a fan account that has 58,000 followers and 3.9 million likes.
So that's one of the ways that Andrew Tate grew big, is because he had a whole bunch of fans from Hustler University reposting his shit, which I wish y'all niggas would repost my shit, but y'all don't give a fuck. Anyways.
And he's just posting loads of videos every single day. Right in the description of his account, it says, looking to level up your life, start here. It's a sign-up link to the Hustlers University. Another account.
Shout out to Innate Ways. He said 8 p.m. time to smoke. Yeah, I might need to spark one with you, bro, because I might need to spark one to get through to this shit.
And again, a link to the Hustlers University. He's got a clever formula here. It turns out a big part of Hustlers University is an affiliate marketing scheme where boys as young as 13 are instructed to share controversial videos of Andrew with links to the Hustlers University underneath. If someone signs up through your link, you get 48% of their subscription fee. By financially incentivizing 110,000 students to share his content online, Andrew has essentially built an army to make him rich and famous in a very short space of time. And he's tactically avoiding the impact of social media bans because it isn't Andrew himself posting, it's his legion of fans.
All I'm doing.
This nigga said MLK. Wakanda Lisa Raz. He said MLK o'clock. Time to smoke and loot.
Shit. The shit that everyone thinks isn't allowed to say. So that's the reason I'm all big on the internet.
I'm starting to wonder whether he's just a living meme.
You're a loser because your mentality is loserish.
Some kind of viral marketing campaign to swindle money from confused young men.
You never had the life I had, ever.
Or if he really believes what he says.
All I'm offering is the truth.
Andrew first appeared on our screens as a reality TV star.
I've never been in a situation in my life so far in my 21 years where I really want something and didn't get it.
He had found an arena where controversial personalities thrive.
I have to manipulate a lot of people to win.
But something happened when Andrew was on Big Brother, one of the biggest reality TV shows of all time.
This is Big Brother. Due to events in the outside world, Andrew has had to leave the Big Brother house.
He was reportedly removed from the program when a video surfaced of him slapping his ex-girlfriend and then beating her
so that's the video I just showed you guys.
With a belt.
Slap shit out that bitch. Which she came out and said, they were just fucking around.
Did I say listen? Did I say listen? No. Did I say it?
Public outrage simmered down after Andrew released a video of his ex, claiming it was all part of a so-called kinky game.
It was just pure game. It's just what we used to do.
So this is the bitch he was putting hands and feet on and a belt on, and she's, she's all for it. I'm gonna tell you right now, some of these women really do like some weird shit. Like I tell you right now, I was never like the choking type until women started telling me to choke them. Like, you never choke me. You never, talk dirty. Like when growing up, when I was fucking, like, I wasn't saying a word, nigga. I'm quiet as a mouse in the pussy. I'm like, you dig? Like, and then like bitches started saying, oh, choke me. Oh, call me a slut, or, and I'm just like, I'm not really big on that shit, but I'll do it just to fuck with you. But I'm not really big on that. But like, I literally had a girl who used to like want me to like damn near have her ass passing out type shit. I don't know. It was, and this was when I was like 19, bro. So sometimes the women are into some weird shit, and it looks like she was 100% down with getting her ass beat.
But what the public didn't.
There are such things as consensual ass beatings, believe it or not. Like, even in gang culture, when you get DP'd, when you get disciplined, Okay, y'all fight, y'all duke it out, they jump your ass in. That's a consensual ass beating.
No. And what we can now reveal is that around the time that Andrew was playing Truth or Dare in the Big Brother pool, the UK police had informed the production company that he was under investigation for 2 incidents involving other women. One of rape and a further of physical assault.
So in UK, he was under investigation for rape and physical assault. Let's get into it.
In May 2021, Tate made reference to his arrest in an appearance on the Fresh and Fit podcast.
I was like, who are you? They're like, you're under arrest for a suspicion of assault of this dumb hoe. And I'm like, wait, is it dumb hoe? They didn't, but I'm going to protect her anonymity because I'm a nice guy. Dumb hoe.
So he's basically standing on 10 and saying, man, that bitch is a dumb asshole. I ain't take no pussy. Everybody knows I ain't take no pussy. He stood on 10. He stood on 10.
During the same period, the Tate brothers were recruiting women for a webcam sex business and creating the first of their many online courses teaching other men how to do the same.
I am her everything. It doesn't matter if I fuck someone else because I'm her everything. She has nowhere else to go.
It was called the Tate PhD, or Pimping Hose degree.
She was a fucking hoe, and I spotted it instantly because she didn't humble herself when she was supposed to. And I'm glad I didn't waste any more time on her because she's never going to be doing like my other girls do, living in my house, letting me fuck other women, remaining loyal, and fucking bringing me coffees and doing as I say.
Andrew is...
I mean, I don't see no problem with that, honestly.
Living in my house, letting me fuck other women, remaining loyal, and fucking bringing me
Calling it the pimping hose degree is probably an issue, though. Just saying.
And doing as I say.
Andrew has closed down the Pimping Hose degree to focus on the Hustlers University.
Luke, your screen's compromised, yeah? So keep it super fucking vanilla.
But with a historic rape allegation in the UK, and the Romanian police now looking into him for rape and human trafficking, I want to find out more about his methods of recruiting women. Did you at one point say that the girls who started as your girlfriends and then work for the webcam industry, 100% of the profit goes to you?
I think in a lot of households in the world today, the man is in charge of the investments. I think that's not an uncommon thing. Tell me a view I have that you think is genuinely insulting or destructive to society. I'd like to hear it.
You prefer younger women who are 18 or 19 because you can leave an imprint on them?
No, when I say leave an imprint, I mean that. I understand what you're trying to say. You're trying to say that, like, if I get her, I can...
I don't see why, like, this question always trips him up. I think the issue that he said is leave an imprint. Honestly, bro, all you have to say is, yeah, I prefer 18 and 19-year-old girls because they're fucking hotter. That's all you have to say. Like, I don't see, like, what the... I genuinely do not see, like, how this is a complicated question to answer. Oh, didn't you say you like 18 and 19-year-old girls because you can leave an imprint? Nah, I said I like 18 and 19-year-old girls because they're hotter. I really don't see the issue, bro.
Can brainwash her. I'm not trying to say that. If you meet a girl who's 22 and you're her second boyfriend, she's probably like a nicer person. Less jaded, less upset, less suspicious.
So you like to be in a position of power?
It's not being in a position of power. It's about...
Why? See, this is what I didn't like about the Piers Morgan interview with Andrew Tate. Why is he dodging all these questions? Oh, well, it's not about being in a position of power. The question is, do you like being in a position of power? The answer is, fuck yeah, who doesn't? Why is he dodging that? Like, I don't see why he's dodging that question, bro.
I enjoy to show her amazing things. You're trying to attach things to the situation which aren't true.
5 years ago, you said rape is a terrible thing.
And I know they clipped this up. I know they clipped it up, but he was doing the same thing in the Piers Morgan shit. Like, bruh, just stand on 10, especially if you haven't done anything wrong. Now, if you ain't got your business right, like it seems like he doesn't have his business right, then yes, I can understand why you dancing around the questions now when faced with these questions in person. I can see why. Okay.
But if you put yourself in a position to be raped, then you should bear some responsibility for that.
Okay, so first, we agree that rape is a terrible thing. The point I'm trying to make is the best way to prevent yourself from being raped is to have a degree of personal responsibility and not put yourself in positions to be raped, as opposed to standing there saying that rape should...
I mean, that's what I was saying. When it comes to putting yourself in a position to be raped, a lot of these... not a lot of them, well, not even all of them. I don't know how many. I can't put a number on it. But sometimes when shorties be going crazy in a club and getting ish-faced and then go back home, or maybe they go to a party, they get ish-faced. I mean, it's fucked up for sure. But at the end of the day, if you were conscious would the same thing have happened? Most likely not.
Shouldn't happen or men raise our boys better. You know what else shouldn't happen? Robbery. I want the freedom to walk down the road with $1 million in cash.
Is it fair to compare the desire to walk around with £1 million in cash to someone wanting to just walk around their own city at night?
Well, female beauty is extremely valuable.
Of course, female beauty is extremely valuable in the eyes of men who seek to exploit it.
Okay, so he says female beauty is extremely valuable in the eyes of men who seek to exploit it. That's some bullshit, because female beauty is valuable to females as well. That's just straight up. Like, take a makeup artist, for instance. If she's doing makeup and she can't make herself look beautiful, why do you think somebody would buy her services? They're not. So female beauty is valuable to everyone, not just men looking to exploit it. It's also valuable for men who are looking to cherish it, looking to love it. So like, he's just trying to make it seem like the only way that somebody would place value on a female's beauty is if they want to exploit it. That's bullshit.
I don't give a shit about having sex with beautiful women. I fuck them so they listen to me, so I can get what I actually want, which is not them. It's a means to an end. Every single Bond girl was exploited. That's exactly what I do.
Yeah, he definitely shouldn't have said that. And if he was going to say that, he should have had his paperwork right. I mean, it's just business 101. You don't talk about your employees like that. Like, if I go and, outsource employees from a third world country, you don't see Nike out here, the founders of Nike, the CEOs of Nike's, the board of Nike out here talking about, yeah, we exploit little kids for child labor to build our sneakers. No, they shut the fuck up about it because they know that, there's issues with it. Okay. There are issues with it. Point blank. So they don't really say it. The issue with Andrew Tate is, yes, his arrogance, his ego definitely got in the way.
Have you heard the term lover boy before?
The lover boy method?
Yeah, romantically involving yourself with a woman and then making money off of her in some sort of sex-adjacent industry.
Firstly, I would call the webcam industry far closer to psychology than sex. The webcam industry has prevented more male suicide than any group of therapists, any action group, any charity ever would.
I don't know where the fuck he getting them. Maybe he's driving them to commit suicide, and right before they do it, he's like, "Hey, stop." Okay, the bitch is gonna come meet up with you. Give me 10 minutes. Goddamn. Because when you're doing the webcam business, and shout out to Wakanda Raz, he puts a great comment. He says, I put a lot of work into looking beautiful to sell the coochie pics for $6.99 a month. Boss babe. Yeah, that's the mentality of most modern women nowadays. I already said Generation Z women have the digital footprint of an adult film actress. So the issue with what Andrew Tate just said, let's run it back.
Prevented more male suicide.
Okay, so he's saying the webcam business has prevented more male self-deletions than anything, and it's like the only way that I could see how he could measure that is if the bitch that they're supposed to be talking to on the webcam drove that man to the point where he wanted to delete himself because she broke his heart, which in all actuality, it wasn't her who broke his heart. Like, he's sitting up here spending thousands of dollars to get a meetup, and she's never going to meet up with him, and then that would drive the man to self-deletion. And then right before he deletes himself, Andrew Tate steps in on the chat log and says, okay, bro, we good, we're gonna get you a link up, just be patient with us, we're gonna set a date, whatever. That's the only way where I could see he could actually measure self-deletion rates from people who were involved in purchasing time with the webcam girls, because webcamming hurts men. Like, the webcam bitches hurt men substantially. You're tempting these men to lust after these women and spend money and spend their last dollar on these women. You can't say that you are for men and promoting masculinity and you also run a business that's based off of men, jacking off to women. You can't do both, is what I'm saying. I mean, you can, but at the same time, at least you'll have to be more open about it and say, hey, if you want to jerk off to my cam girls, just do it, once every 6 months. Don't do it every day or some shit. At least give some type of disclaimer where, look, you shouldn't, no fap. I promote no fap, but at the end of the day, I got bitches to fap to if you want to fap. Like, at least give a disclaimer.
That any group of therapists, any action group, any charity ever would. right?
Is that true? How can you measure that?
I think that's the responsible thing to do.
Well, it's not about measuring. It's about my personal experience.
One of the concerns that people have about that
Okay, no, first,
method is that
let me correct you because I'm a professional.
Is that it's similar to, or people might consider that a form of grooming.
Okay, so I'm a professional, so I have to change what you just said. I have to at least.
Woo! He got that nigga Andrew Tate stuttering. This part ain't cut. They didn't clip this part. They got that nigga Andrew Tate stuttering, and he was stuttering a little bit on the Piers Morgan shit too. He's like, I gotta.
Grooming.
Okay, so I'm a professional, so I have to change what you just said. I have to at least challenge you on it. Nobody's concerned about anything that happened 10 years ago when a bunch of girls got rich. There's not a single female complaining.
Do you think there's not a single female complaining?
Have you seen one? Tell me.
Andrew says no woman has complained about him personally. He won't let us speak to the women who work for him, so for now it's difficult to verify this claim. But I have spoken to many women who complain about the effect Andrew's rhetoric is having on their lives. To protect them from harassment, I've agreed not to name them.
My ex-boyfriend was radicalized by Andrew Tate to the point of threatening to release revenge porn unless I took back what I said on social media. That's his sexist, misogynistic views.
Damn. So this man threatened to, and I don't know if this is true, but that's wild.
The virus, the things that he's spreading. The scariest thing is, I have no idea if the next guy I meet could be an Andrew Tate fan. As a teacher, it's definitely worrisome. There are boys who look up.
You got these hoes out here shook.
Especially those that may be vulnerable and they're sort of going to go into the real world, carrying those violent views with them.
I'm 14. The boys at school my age think that it's okay to say horrible things like women are man's property and they get to do what they want with them. It makes me really disappointed in my generation.
Andrew's views represent a new era in modern.
What about what these hoes doing? Like, come on, bruh. Oh, I'm disappointed in this generation, bruh. Like I said, the men are disappointed in the bitches too because, like I said, Generation Z women have the digital footprint of adult film actress, and obviously, revenge porn is not good. But at the same time, these women are doing their. I mean, they not scared to put their own softcore or hardcore stuff online anyway.
Or misogyny.
Start talking to some bitches. Say, me and my man were fucking.
Where you can now not only talk openly about subjugating and objectifying women, but doing so actually garners millions of committed fans.
They don't believe the level that you can operate at when you're actually a G.
The most hardcore of them.
I mean, it looked like he got his bitch on lock. I don't know why.
Have traveled here to Romania to join the War Room.
The War Room is a fraternity. We're a brotherhood which is designed to inspire the best from our brothers. They have to have.
Yeah. Shout out to Nunya Bitness. A lot of people are saying grooming. It's look, these are grown ass women. These are grown ass women. They can do whatever they please. There were no children involved in this, therefore no grooming.
The mentality and the pedigree to survive. There's tests, and if you do them, you can stay inside.
At the top of Andrew's fraternity is a small group of wealthy and powerful men who all stand to gain significantly from the expansion of his empire. This inner circle is
okay, we got Way Weary. They, I don't know their gender, but they says real based men get married, have children, and take care of their family with honest work. They don't do what Tate does. I don't know what Tate does, so I can't necessarily defend what he does. But when it comes to the getting married and having children, for one, you don't have to have children to be based, nor get married to be based. As a matter of fact, I would never get married on papers. Okay, on papers, I'll do the little ceremony shit. But yeah, I'm not getting on papers. It's just not beneficial for men nowadays to get married when you have 52% divorce rate, 78% initiated by women, and niggas losing all they shit.
Not happy that I'm here. After our testy exchange this morning, Andrew invites me to watch him train.
Have you ever boxed before?
No. But it turns out he's planning on teaching me a lesson.
Who's got spare gloves? There you go.
I appear to have unintentionally walked into a situation where Andrew Tate is going to train me how to box.
Punch me. Punch me. Knock out. Oh, look, you're bleeding already. It's only round one. We've only warmed up. Keep going, bro. Got 10 more rounds.
No fucking way. I meet and get punched in the face by the inner circle of the War Room. In the world Andrew is creating, not only are women to be subjugated.
Oh shit!
Sorry, that almost felt like I
got that man getting worked.
But men defined by their capacity to inflict violence. Okay.
Which honestly, I mean, that seems dope as fuck. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. That seemed dope as fuck. They said, but you men pick shitty women to marry. It's your fault. Now, come on, Hope. 50% of the women can't be shitty now. I mean, if you got a 50% divorce rate, I mean, you just saying like, and out of that 50%, 70% initiate the divorce. I mean, that means you saying damn near the majority of women who get married are shitty. I mean, I don't know that you might have an argument there, but hell, shit. Sometimes you think you're getting something when you're not getting. Like a lot of these dudes don't use the body count formula. Guys, I've told you guys you have to use the body count formula, and the body count formula is her age. Subtract that by 18. We give her the benefit of the doubt that she started her sexual activity at 18. And then you multiply that by 3 to 7, depending on her promiscuity level. A lot of y'all are marrying, and this is why, you know, we fucking with younger women, okay? Younger legal women, because a lot of y'all are marrying these women when they like 28 and all this type of shit. And you ain't been dating her for that long. You dated for 2-3 years and you're getting married to this bitch. And you met her at 28. According to the body count formula, she has 30 to 70 bodies already by 28. And that's a fact. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to find. And I'm not talking about no just like random fat bitch. I'm talking about a bad bitch, a woman that you actually could see yourself with. You'd be hard pressed to find a woman who's a bad bitch at 28 with less than 20 bodies. Facts. So if they ain't coming with lower body counts anyway, then it's just like, you're just giving her the benefit of the doubt at that point. And that's why age is so important, because bro, she's running that shit the fuck up, bro. She's running it up.
You stopped. You were like, all right, pause, time out. Like if I were having a street fight, would someone stop? No, so that's your reaction. I need to fight back.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
The War Room is a network. We have 10 meetings a year. The next one's going to be in the mountains of Transylvania. You could do it, but I don't know, my friend, if you're prepared.
We've left Bucharest and we're driving into the Carpathian Mountains to meet Andrew and his inner circle for the War Room, which is going to involve something called the Test. I've made it into Andrew Tate's War Room, where 100 of his biggest fans have flown in from all across the world, each paying $5,000 to have their manhood tested by the one they refer to as Commander. None of us know what he has in store.
I welcome you all to the test.
And I'm gonna drop the StreamYard link if you guys want to join. And you know, disagreements, whatever. Give your take on Andrew Tate. Love him, hate him. Guilty, not guilty.
And every single one of you has been paired against a professional fighter. You will fight in the cage on national television. And it's a real fight. There are 2 paths you can go down. You can agree to fight, or you can decide that it's not for you. You have 1 hour to think and make a decision.
That's going to be a hard no from me. Maybe I'll do a yes, just to learn a little bit more of what happens, and then definitely pull out at some point.
Does anyone have any questions to ask me? There's no training before this fight. If you've been walking through life too lazy to fucking train, is that your problem or my problem?
I couldn't help overhearing some disagreement within the war room.
Can I stop you, wink, wink?
How are you doing? What's it's gonna be fine. We have an ambulance. We have medics. No, fucking no.
He said, "What the hell are you doing?"
Don't worry about it.
He did not want them to hook.
At the center of it all was Andrew's right-hand man, Iggy Semmelweis.
Here I will share with you my secrets.
He's the self-proclaimed greatest hypnotist in the world.
You will learn the power of hypnosis.
And seemed to have an agenda that expanded beyond the war room itself into something larger and darker.
Damn, so they're basically trying to insinuate that this hypnotist be hypnotizing the hoes to stay. Which, I mean, unless he's using some type of drug, that's some bullshit. Like, you can't just hypnotize a bitch. I mean, you can with dick. You can hypnotize a bitch with dick, like fucking her, but you can't just dangle some shit in her face and think she gonna stay. That's some wild shit. That's some wild shit. But yes, I do agree with y'all's chats. A warlock on the team, a wizard on the team, a person who damn near practices witchcraft on the team is very sus.
Your sons will marry their daughters. Your daughters will marry their sons.
Yeah, they're saying he's into the occult. Yeah. I mean, 100%. No denying that at all. you're into hypnotism, crystals, and all that extra shit, occult.
You will create legacies, enjoying those juicy steaks, that finer scotch, those smoother cigars.
He refused to speak to us, but it's clear that he has a big role to play in whatever the War Room's real agenda is.
That nigga look crazy. Look at his face. Woo! Some weird shit going on. I'm not gonna lie, some weird shit.
This is the War Room of Andrew Tate.
Welcome to the dust.
Now is decision time. You are getting in the cage to fight a professional fighter who is trained to hurt you. Anyone who is fighting, please stand up. Anyone who is not fighting, you can stay seated, and we will...
Niggas in the chat saying the hypnotism shit works. Shit, yeah, right. I guarantee that shit won't work on me.
Begin the other program.
Just like that, a third of the room decides to get beaten up for Andrew Tate.
What happens to the people who said no?
They're doing something slightly different, describing the reasons they didn't do it, how that affects their life as a whole, whether they're going to make any changes in the future to be more ready for opportunities. That's where honor comes from, right? From victory.
One of the men who said no agrees to speak to us as long as we hide his face.
Uh-oh.
Why did you say no?
I have been in the ring before.
Nigga snitching.
Sorry. But I was like, fuck, professionals and Russians, like they guys are serious. I was just too scared. So then afterwards, I felt bad about myself and I was angry at myself because he came here to be tested.
Andrew Tate has obviously said a lot of kind of controversial things online. Yeah. What do you think about that?
A lot of things are very controversial, but I think the bottom of his message is a very, very positive one. Because if I'm not helpful myself, nobody else will be. Nobody really cares about me if I don't care about me, right? That's what I learned from Andrew Tate.
People who decided this morning and people who decided at a later date here.
We have a chaperone following us. We've been told that we're not allowed to talk to anyone. What about in passing, asking people like, what single question?
Let me run this by Tate before we film. No other.
Okay, all right. Would you go for that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Our chaperone.
Niggas say he knew he was bitch made. He said he made them pay him to fight. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a crazy mastermind. Spend 5 bands to go get your ass kicked. Fuck no. This is why I ain't pay for the Hustlers University. This is why I ain't pay for like no type of War Room shit, because I already knew that shit was some bullshit. Especially the way they did them after the fight. The way that this nigga did them after the fight is crazy. Let's listen up.
That's who we speak to and tries to heavily control our questions. What do you do?
Show that you're not some sort of right-wing extremist for this.
Why did you join the war?
I don't want to be fucking stagnant. I need to grow. It's just a fundamental shift in my mindset. What I think could be bad is always good. For the war room, I used to think, why is this happening to me now? What is this trying to like teach me?
About Andrew Tate specifically and the things he says online, the things that get him negative publicity. Yeah. What do you think about those things?
I think he's speaking the truth.
Really?
Hope Flyer says he's pimping men and women. Salute to Tate. Yeah, no cap. No cap. You know, I don't disagree. Alan Lindsay says it's a known indicator of how much REM sleep you get and how susceptible you are. The growling arachnid says arachnid. Oh, okay. I pay $5,000 to fight Mayweather and get fucked up. Yeah, I'd pay to fight Mayweather too. King's Refuge Cooking says used to have a hypnotist come out to this camp and I volunteered at every year. So I've seen like 15 shows. So did it work or not? He says, no snitching sounds sunny.
Interviewing under the chaperone's supervision is proving restrictive.
Yeah? No alpha craziness. He's an animal, this one.
So we can't speak to anyone?
Okay.
Who is this mysterious chaperone anyway? Hey, man.
Matt, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, man.
I was wondering if we could have a little chat. Yeah?
Suits me, man. I'll throw it over from Dubai.
Like most war room leaders, he has a sports car. Do you want to do the interview?
They said Andrew Tate dad was a CIA asset. Doesn't that mean he is too? I thought he was a chess player. Was he a CIA asset too? Did he say that? I don't know, maybe. But yes, if his dad was a CIA asset, then it's likely that he is too. Maybe that's how he got on Big Brother, because CIA works closely with, I mean, Big Brother's not necessarily Hollywood, but they work closely with the entertainment industry. So yeah, I mean, if his dad was grandfathered into the CIA, then yes, he is an agent as well.
You in here?
Yeah, that's why not, man.
And like most people.
Damn, a nigga said his grandma quit smoking from a hypnotist. God damn. CA says, can I have his Ferraris? King's Refuge Cooking says it doesn't work on everyone, but it can work on people who don't really believe in it as well. It's hit and miss. Okay.
People with a sports car. He's keen to show it off. So, what do they call you?
in these circles, sartorial or the sartorial shooter. I'm one of the guys who manages organizational risk and security for the war room. So anyone with any criminal activity, maybe they are showing signs of being racist or sexist or any of these sorts of things, they're out straight away. We will not tolerate that.
And so how do you reconcile that with some of the things that Andrew, for example, says online?
Any claims of misogyny or the fact that he's spreading hateful words, that's not the reality of who he is, and that's not what the war room stands for, and that's not what he stands for. There are many clips of him out there saying, I'm not a misogynist, I provide for my women, I would stand up for my women in a violent situation.
What do you think his detractors would say about, for example, what you just said, the phrase my woman? Do you think that they would consider that to be misogynist?
The phrase my woman, for me, ties into the very traditional values that we have.
Andrew's well known for talking a lot about his multiple girlfriends. How does that tie into this idea of a traditional relationship?
Men at certain levels can provide for multiple women. I mean, even we can go back 100 years ago, kings, wealthy men, they would support multiple families. How is that a bad thing? It was only very recently that men and women have been competing in pretty much in masculine realms, in work and career. Not that long ago, and indeed in many cultures around the world, women still have the traditional gender norms. And we believe in the war room, that's what leads to happiness.
Rather than a career or like you have, your own agency in the world to pursue your own goals.
Oh shit, we got a nigga in here. Spark that shit. What's good, bro?
What's good?
So what do you think about Andrew Tate? Is he guilty, not guilty? You think the charges are bullshit? You think this Vice documentary is, exposing him? What do you think?
I don't know. I think Vice has been bullshit from like a while back now.
Yeah.
These charges on Andrew are honestly, there's no fucking backing anything of this. They're just trying to hold him and trying to prove something. That's what I feel like.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so let's see, because they got some more information.
The women who I know who are most fulfilled in life are not trying to do the things that traditionally men used to do.
What about a situation where, this has just popped into my head, where I want my girlfriend, who I love, to be a kept woman, but she doesn't, she wants to pursue a career or something like that?
Then find a different woman. Very simple.
The core belief driving the war room and what men here are seeking isn't...
Wakanda Lisa Raz says, shrooms really do make you right for like a month. Shout out to my glider friends who gave me them. You got to do it right, though, on an empty stomach with no ninjas around. I mean, I agree. Me personally, when I have allegedly done shrooms in college, in the past, I did do it with ninjas that I went to college with, but I didn't do it on an empty stomach either, and I fucked up so bad. Dude, I ate shrooms, and then I went to the dining hall, and then ate like a rack of ribs, and it fucked my stomach up so bad. It was insane how painful that shit was. So yeah, definitely don't eat don't eat after you do shrooms or before you do shrooms, because your stomach will be fucked up.
Just
and dude,
bro.
I was shitting for days, bro.
The misogynist fantasy of a time when they were kings and women were subjugated. It's at the heart of what...
Damn, she got on her knees quick. Hold up, run it back.
Kings and women were subjugated.
Jeez, the hypnotist got them bitches on the knees. God damn. See, it might be some legitimacy, because that nigga hypnotist, if he's getting his dick sucked, this nigga got to be hypnotizing these bitches. That nigga, I know that nigga got a damn Santa Claus beard in his damn... This nigga ain't shaving for shit. He like, bitch, suck this hairy ass gray bearded dick. Fuck is you talking about?
The heart of what Andrew Tate is selling. Just look at the tweets of Iggy Semmelweis, his second in command.
Uh-oh.
My webcam girl is home 100% of the time, has no time nor interest in going out. She sleeps, cooks, cleans, does her shows, gives me all...
Hold on, so why didn't Iggy get arrested if he got webcam bitches too?
Oh, shit.
And he's the actual hypnotist. Why didn't he get arrested? That's wild.
Money, gets railed by me and our girlfriends, then smiles, thanks me, and goes and does it again tomorrow.
Damn, she is bad though. I ain't gonna cap.
Welcome to the war room.
This is the war room of Andrew.
Now, it's quite possible this next story has passed some of you by, but you would be in a minority.
As the war room members and I are bussed to the fight location, the world begins to talk about Andrew Tate with a new intensity.
Uh-oh.
He is a 35-year-old influencer who's been accused of spreading rape
openly
culture.
condones and celebrates violence against women.
Hitting women, kids are acting like the things that he's saying is like revolutionary.
11-year-old boys, they love
Please
Andrew
stop
Tate.
looking up to Andrew Tate. He is a bad guy.
With the PR crisis going on, Andrew's team are eager for some good press, so they send an extra friendly chaperone to sell me on the benefits of the war room experience.
I'm Alpha Wolf.
Okay.
My role is to be alpha wolf.
Okay, fair enough.
Life is all about how you deal with the pain and how you move forward. You're going to learn a lot about yourself as a man. So take it, make the best out of it, and grow as a man and be tough.
All of the men in this room seem to be taking this incredibly seriously. What's your goal for the fight?
Of course I'm going to try to win.
I see a lot of contenders right there who had the guts to come right here in the cage. If any one of them win one fight, is
the ring girls. Holy shit.
Money. All their
shit she working with. Everything.
This is the culmination of Andrew Tate's pressure cooker of male insecurity.
You're a fucking broke. You are poor. I'm the only guy on this fucking platform.
Yo, this motherfucker CA said, "Oh my god, these guys are like pervert Dungeons and Dragons characters." Yeah, when that nigga said, "I'm Alpha Wolf," he said, "Okay." That shit was funny. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was funny as shit.
On a private jets with 27 cars, living this lifestyle. Most of you are not too stupid to become rich.
Are you ready? Round one.
But while they come forward to gratefully take the beatings they've paid thousands of dollars for,
fuck no, you got me
Andrew
fucked
Tate's
up.
future on social media is hanging in the balance.
Oh yeah, I told you guys about that Maddie. This one.
A little bit of blood.
Andrew Tate's future on social media.
Matt, I can't really see his shit. But yeah, this guy, he's like a transformer. He's like some transformer dude. Like obviously, Juice Crew, small hat. And he's the first one who put out like the hit piece shit on Andrew Tate. And that is literally like a day later, that's when Andrew Tate shit got banned.
Media is hanging in the balance. And the public backlash is spreading.
The nigga said King's Refuge says my preferred pronouns are Alpha Wolf. Fags.
I'm desperate to ask him about all of this. But first, I have to get through this ridiculous situation that I found myself in.
Uh-oh.
All right, let's go.
Give it up for Matt. Did I say it right?
Very excited for it. Come on, Bill goes. Matt has passed the test. I know he's going to lose, but wow.
Let's go, Matt. Don't be a pussy. Damn.
Whatever's going on behind
he's
the
getting
scenes,
worked.
Watching me get chased around puts a smile on Andy's
Shit.
face.
Tyson gets stripped to the ground.
Oh, no. Damn. Damn, that nigga took some elbow shots. Fuck. He got his ass worked. First round TKO. Jesus. Woo.
Hold on,
Okay, respect. Even though he got his ass kicked.
Those who went all in on their fight came out badly. One man was knocked out and taken away on a stretcher. The inner circle had put these men through
One of them niggas got knocked out. I'm dead.
hardship and recreated them in Andrew Tate's image. Fighters.
Come here, guys. Come up to the front. He broke his hand on your head. You're fine. So you win.
But they'd also joined a movement that was widely accused of normalizing sexism and rape culture. While the men who chose to fight are paraded in front of the crowd, Andrew's team shamed those who refused.
The shame hold on to it. Don't let it go. So anyone who fought, you can put your hand up. How the experience was, how it's going to change.
I mean, honestly, if I pay 5 bands to go to the war room shit, I definitely would have gotten a ring and fought. To shame the guys who didn't fight, I mean, I'm not totally against it. It's a life lesson. You just chose a different path. And I don't think that they were shaming them. I think he was saying, hey, you know, the shame that you feel now, use that to fuel you, you know, use that to take other opportunities in your life. Don't let this be the opportunity that you missed. I mean, they didn't get anything out of fighting, honestly, but I think it's a good life lesson if they actually would have earned something. Like if the nigga who he said, oh, you know, the fighter broke his hand on your face, so you win. If he would have got a prize, then I think it would have been an even better lesson. But I don't know. He could have gave one of his Ferraris away to the nigga. God damn.
Do you have anything to say to the people who didn't fight?
I don't think I have any word of advice for the people that didn't do it, except that you should have probably.
He went dead on me. I will train because I feel inadequate, right? So
yeah,
that's what I want to do.
Damn, he said he feels inadequate. Look at this nigga. He got shit. He got fucked up.
Right now, I have new mountains to climb, and I'd love to get back here a year from now and go to the gym.
I'm sure it's a huge
He said he'll like to go to the gym with the guy who beat the shit out of him. So I mean, he's learning. He said he coming back for next year. Next year it's going up, baby. Shit. Y'all thought Hustle University in the War Room was expensive. Now shit, Hustle University finna be $150 a month. Exactly. The War Room finna be 20 bands just to get in the room. Shit.
Didn't it feel like a movie the last few days? I feel like that's a great metaphor for life. We shouldn't be slaves. We shouldn't be working 9 to 5 jobs.
And it's gonna be hosted in Romanian prison. Goddamn. Shit, you gonna pay 20 bands to go to a jail cell and eat prison food.
Mike is getting stuck there.
Oh, God.
We should actually make our lives into, I guess, a movie.
I want to be known as one of the best fathers in the war room. I can't look at my sons and tell them to suck it up, Buttercup.
Being the best father in the war room is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. God damn. I mean, this nigga, hey, you could tell he made a bag off of this mastermind. And I don't know how much value he provided to them. I don't know, but I don't know. We'll see.
If I don't say yes to this.
Yeah, makes sense.
Whether or not they fought, all the men here paid $5,000 to the only real winner in this performance, Andrew Tate.
For people who want to.
Well, that's how a mastermind works. Okay, when Grant Cardone throws a mastermind, yeah, you could say, "Oh yeah, all those other people they benefit," but I'm telling you, 99% of those people don't benefit at all. Grant Cardone is eating all that $1,700 to get in the building, to get into, so they can hand you out a damn sheet of what you want to do in the next 5 years, and have you create a vision board that you ain't never gonna do when you get to the crib. Like, I mean, that's how masterminds work.
Stay and relax. There's some chicks, don't know where they're from. Yeah, let's have fun. I hope you all enjoyed it.
Okay, he said there's some chicks, don't know where they're from. I thought he said some chips. I was finna say, I mean, where's the steak dinner? I need some food after getting my ass kicked at least.
You right?
Come on, like, where's the, at least cater some damn Chick-fil-A or some shit and have niggas, eating some damn chicken fingers and fries. Shit.
We're told not to film the celebrations that conclude the evening, and it's not clear exactly what goes on. But once outside the lobby, we could clearly see a room containing naked women being photographed.
Okay, so you see the hose right there. I mean, it looks like they working, but he's like, "Oh, I don't know what happened afterwards." I mean, shit, niggas got their dick sucked. That's what it sounds like, honestly. If I had to, I mean, shit, if I paid $5,000 to join the war room and I ain't get my dick sucked at the end of that shit, nigga, I need my refund. I need my refund. You better give my money back. Okay, because I would pay $5,000 to get my ass beaten and I ain't getting no dick sucked. Fuck. What the hell?
No steak, no dick sucked. Damn, dude.
Right, no steak, no dick sucked. This is some bullshit. What the hell am I even here for? All right.
With Andrew's team increasingly conscious of negative publicity, tonight could be the last chance to interview him. Do you consider the possibility?
Somebody said those guys should have joined the military. Oh shit! Did they ask? It really would have been in the war room. Somebody said, "You don't know their host, Gen Z. If he's guilty, they may be victims. Let's be careful." Look, bro. If they on the webcam, they didn't look like victims. Them niggas was touching their titties, taking pictures. I'm gonna tell you right now, I really genuinely don't think that it was literally bitches who are still there being forced to stay there.
No.
Like, come on, bro. If you're on the webcam, you a hoe. Straight up. That's just reality. You selling pussy. E-pussy.
Buddy, that some of the things that you've said, which have been viewed 11 billion times, may lead to an attitude towards women that could be harmful.
I accept that across all of that viewership, I have perhaps, possibly, maybe said one thing, or maybe two, that has upset a large range of people.
Wouldn't it make sense to just apologize for some of the things you said, acknowledge that they have caused harm, and say that you won't say those things again?
No, and I'll tell you why. I'm not going to apologize for the edits of other people. I'm not going to apologize for...
And I'm not going to apologize for just trying to be an entertaining, socialite on social media. Like, what's wrong with being entertaining? As long as he ain't actually do no illegal shit, which, we don't know yet. But bruh, this is what the same shit I said about Austin Holloman, I'm going to say about Tate. Everything I said, bitch, I meant it. I'm standing on 10. Fuck is you talking about? Unless he actually did something illegal, then it is what it is, which, obviously what he said, some of the things that he said he's detailed sound illegal. So that's an issue. But at the end of the day, if he was legit, then he should stand on 10 no matter what he said. But, you know, obviously, since there are legal issues that he's dealing with, he can't stand on 10. Now he has to renege. But me personally, you never apologize to the woke mob. You never like bow down. Like if somebody came at me for Reclaim Your Throne content or Black Gen Z content, you should apologize because your content is dangerous and and all this goofy shit. I'm standing on 10. Fuck is you talking about?
For the misunderstandings of other people. There's a whole bunch of clips people are making which make me look very bad. That's not good for my life. That's not good for business.
The clips that portray your negative light also help the algorithm to make you become more famous and more viral.
I'm not an expert on algorithms for social media platforms. I do not have most of them installed on my phone. I cannot control what a 15-year-old Singaporean decides to do when he chops me up and calls me names. I can't control that, and I wouldn't try to.
There has been a lot of bad press about you. That's made some nervousness within members of the war, and why is that?
Well, obviously, when people are going to continue to lie and continue to do very, very shallow, very, very fictitious investigations, people are going to lose faith in you. The media has lost all credibility because you do not try and portray the truth anymore.
One thing that stands in the way of truth, for example, is when we often do documentaries, we have full access to speak to anyone we want. But in this documentary, we've been very closely watched by the sartorial shooter at Alpha Wolf, picking who we can speak to, you know, monitoring the interview. What is it that you're worried that we're going to find out?
This question is so low.
This is low. It's low. We let you in. We tried to take care of you. And you're sitting here and just attacking us for 3 hours, bro.
The world is asking these questions, and the viewers will be asking these questions.
It's a consistent leading question. It's a consistent narrative. Where's the question about the good he's doing for men? Well, there's a very clear narrative. I need to leave.
In the days afterwards, Tate is banned from YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram.
Damn.
To the protest of his fans.
They have shut us down. This is warfare against the West.
For a moment, it seems the deplatforming has worked. But then, he reappears on Instagram with an emoji covering his face.
You understand you're living inside of a mechanism which is designed to control you.
He moves to Dubai, converts to Islam, sets up a new bank entirely owned by him. And rebrands the Hustlers University as the real world. In the first month after being deplatformed, he made $11 million and got 250 million views on TikTok alone.
Damn.
Months later, Elon Musk reinstates his Twitter account and he gains 1 million followers in 24 hours.
Damn.
I have no criminal charges. There's no charges at all against me. I have not hurt any women. No women are coming forward saying Andrew hit me. Zero.
Andrew maintains that he has never abused a woman. But when we get back from Romania, we finally manage to speak to some women from his past. Amelia began seeing Andrew in 2013. Due to fear of harassment from his fans, she is withholding her real name.
I always knew, even back in the day, there was always things said bad about him. But when I'd seen him again in 2013, I thought, all these rumors about him may be false because he's actually been really lovely. The first time I went around his house, because before it was like maybe 3-4 times we got on dates, we started to make out on the bed.
Okay, so this is important. This is the bitch who's accusing him of rape, okay?
Oh, shit.
So let's listen up closely. Run it back. Run it back to little shorty.
I always knew, even back in the day, there was always things said bad about him. But when I'd seen him again in 2013, I thought, all these rumors about him may be false because he's actually been really lovely. The first.
So this is the same woman that he said he threw her shit out the window and all that good shit. So obviously she's salty. Okay. So let's listen up.
Time I went around his house, because before it was like maybe 3-4 times we got on dates. We started to make out on the bed.
So consensually made out on the bed.
Out of the blue, he literally just stopped what he was doing and just laid back. He said, I'm just contemplating whether I should rape you or not.
Okay, so she's saying that he laid back on the bed, thought about it, and said, I'm just contemplating if I should rape you. I'm gonna tell you right now, this story does not sound 100% authentic, 100% the truth. There's got to be more context than a nigga. There's no way this nigga made out with you consensually, stopped immediately, laid back, thought about it, and said, I'm just debating if I should rape you or not. Bro, y'all had to pre-plan that shit. Right. This was some like, bruh, this had to be some like agreement where Shorty had great fantasy or they both agreed to some great fantasy-ish. Like, there's literally no way that this nigga just lay back on the bed talking about something. Yeah, I'm just deciding if I should rape you or not. Like, who the fuck is going to tell you that? That's crazy. I don't believe that shit.
And I promise you, within an instant, he changed. He just jumped straight on top of me, grabbed my throat, started suffocating me, strangling me. The more I didn't want to, it made him so much more aggressive, to the point where he was pinning me down, hurting me. The things he was saying to me, he was like, who do you belong to? Who do you belong to? And
I mean,
This all sounds like play, dude.
It definitely does sound like some role play shit. And saying who do you belong to, there's really nothing wrong with that, because guess what? When you fucking a bitch, guess what? The first thing she say, this pussy is yours, daddy.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if she can say this pussy is yours, the man can't say this pussy belonged to me.
Right.
Now, if he actually raped her, obviously, you know, chastise the nigga and all type, or castrate the nigga and all good type shit, right? Okay. All that shit that I said before. But from the way she's describing this, bro, this shit is, I swear to God, this shit sound like cap, bro. I'm not even like trying to defend Andrew Tate. I've been critical of him the whole time, but this shit sounds like cap.
The more I couldn't say it, the more he'd hurt me. So I couldn't see an escape. And at that point, I just gave up.
So she gave up.
Then when it stopped, he went to the bathroom and acted if it was normal. So I'm like, maybe I did. Did I want it? Did I not? I definitely said to him, please don't, please don't.
Bruh. I mean, I'm not trying to discount her experience or whatnot, but at the same time, bro, this shit sound hella cap.
I mean, if you're debating it, come on.
That's kind of wild to me. Like, this is why, yes, there is an argument against like sleeping around with all these types of women, because any bitch can come out and say you did this to her.
Exactly.
Point blank. Like, it's so crazy, bro. This is, sorry, I had a video playing on my phone. This shit is fucked, man. Any woman could come out and say you did some shit to her 10, 15, 20 years ago. This is coming from 2013, dog. Shit.
And he told me, shut the fuck up.
Damn.
Definitely got strangled. I definitely didn't want it. Did he think I wanted it? And you look back, the psychological warfare you have with yourself is like, you couldn't even imagine. You wouldn't know, you wouldn't understand it unless you've been through it. Can't even say the damn words.
Have you since come to terms with the notion that that may not have been consensual, that may have been...
I know for a fact it wasn't consensual.
But it's hard to use the word.
Even though I know technically it's true, that did happen, that is what happened to me, I still don't like vocalizing it.
Amelia's method of coping with the alleged rapes was to pretend to herself that it was a normal relationship.
So she kept fucking with the nigga. Boom. I mean, come on, bro. Now this is wild. This is wild. And then they're gonna say, oh, it's Stockholm syndrome, it's Stockholm syndrome. Look. If
why
you
get police in the first place,
right? Like that should have been the point where you get raped, like, and she was in a relationship with this man, bro. Come on, bro. That shit is wild to me, bro. You're literally in a relationship with this man, and then you're gonna talk about he raped you.
Yeah,
bruh. I mean, I could see if the nigga was Ike Turner and he was beating the shit out you, and you had just bruises and you know, vaginally bleeding and all types of shit. You go straight to the police, but you get raped, then you date the nigga for 2 years, and then, you know, on the back end you talking about you getting, you know, you got raped. Like, nah, that ain't how it worked, baby. That ain't how it worked.
Abuse wasn't consensual because he knew I didn't want it, which he confirms in multiple voice messages and texts to me.
Okay, here we go. Here's the voice message that's circulating social media now. Listen up.
Am I a bad person? Because the more you didn't like it, the more I enjoyed it. I fucking loved how much you hated it. Turn me on. Are you seriously so offended I strangled you a little bit? You didn't fucking pass out. And all the women I've ever slept with, not a single one has ever bitched or complained like you are bitching and complaining now.
Every few months, Andrew.
Bruh, I ain't gonna lie, it definitely sounds like some kink play, because what type of nigga is sending a message like that? You dig? This shit is
Especially
wild.
someone who's careful like him, you know?
Yeah, but then again, I mean, honestly, I don't think he's that careful. I'm gonna keep it a buck because I think he talked too much for sure. But man, this shit is crazy.
He would send me on a different number messages to remind me of how dangerous he was.
I thought I'd remind you of the caliber of man I am. I am one of the most dangerous men on this planet.
Scare tactics to make sure I wouldn't go anywhere, go to the police, wouldn't report, would always be under his control. It was always to remind me that he was there.
After 6 months, Amelia eventually left Andrew when she says she began to fear for her own life. In 2014, she also decided to report the incident to police.
Hold on, run it back.
After 6 months,
Dated the nigga, got grape, dated him for 6 months, and then decided to report it to the police. Man, come the fuck on, bro. If this is all they got, dude, free to Top G. If this all they got, free to Top G. Straight up. If this and maybe money laundering and shit like that, man, have that nigga pay a fine and have him pay a fine, tax evasion, whatever, and free to Top G. Straight up. Straight up. Because this is some bullshit. You got grape, then date the man for 6 months. That's wild.
It was always to remind me that he was there.
After 6 months, Amelia eventually left Andrew when she says she began to fear for her own life. In 2014, she also decided to report the incident to police, who logged it.
The year after, I got a phone call from a police officer from Hertfordshire Police.
Yeah, and a lot of people are saying that voice message sounds like AI. I thought it sounded like AI at first, but I'm not completely sure. But it was wild. It was wild.
She said to me, "We have 2 other girls that have come forward and said the exact same thing as you. Would you please be willing to come onto this investigation to make this case stronger?" And without any hesitation, I said yes. And I thought, well, if there's 2 other girls, I'm not alone now. I'm not alone.
One of those women was Sally. She was 20 when Andrew Tate approached her for webcam work. Due to fears of harassment from his fan base, she is also withholding her real name.
First night that I worked for him, Andrew bought me like 5 bottles of wine. So I got completely drunk because I'd never done webcam work. So I was very, very nervous.
Yeah.
Then that night, we were just sitting on the bed and Andrew punched me in my arm. I went to the bathroom and cried. It really, really hurt to have
He punched her in the arm. What the fuck?
someone just hit me in the arm for no reason. I was very confused. Sorry.
Here we go.
Sorry, I don't want to cry.
It's okay.
So then when I came out of the bathroom, he was super, super nice. Like, from what I remember, Andrew didn't have any alcohol at all. It was literally just me. That night we cuddled and we ended up having sex, and I was...
What the fuck? The nigga punched you in the arm, then you fucked the nigga?
Did she say she was the only one to drink 5 bottles of wine?
Yeah, she said that he gave her 5 bottles of... I don't know how the bitch drank 5 bottles of wine. That's
crazy amount.
If I drank 5 bottles of wine, I would be pissing the whole night. There's no fucking way you drink 5 bottles of wine by yourself. And she said he didn't even drink. Dude, that's got to be some bullshit. I mean, how are you drinking 5 bottles of wine and you're not blackout drunk? Like, I don't give a fuck if the wine is like 3% alcohol.
No, you'd pass out. A girl drinking 5 bottles of wine, she'd pass the fuck out.
On God, like that'd be some fuck. I don't give a fuck if it was Welch's grape juice, bitch. You're not drinking 5 bottles of Welch's and staying up. Like, come on.
really, really drunk. That was my first night. Then it was kind of like every single night I would work.
Were there any other instances where there was physical abuse?
He used to strangle us as well.
I genuinely think that all of the bitches like come in being interested in the kink the kink shit. Like, I really think they have like a kink for all the type of shit that like the BDSM, all that dominatrix shit. Like, this shit is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I just think it's like so disingenuous. I don't believe her. I don't believe her, especially being anonymous and all this other shit. Like, I get it. Yeah, you don't want to be harassed, but at the same time, is she involved in the investigation? I don't think so. So I'm trying to see where they're basing this grape allegation off of if she's not actually involved in the investigation as we speak. But I don't know.
There was another time when he came into the bedroom, me and the other girl, we would sleep in the same bed with Andrew. But at this time, the girl had a partner, so she was not interested in Andrew at all. And I had gone to the shower. I came back and I noticed he was, like, I saw him raping her.
So she's saying that she saw Andrew graping this girl who had a boyfriend, but she was still in the webcam business, and they were all sleeping in the same bed. So my question is, how does she know that he was graping her? She's assuming that she wasn't interested in Andrew at all. Where's the woman coming out saying she was raped? Maybe she's part of the investigation. I'm not sure.
And when he threatened to beat me up in the bath.
So that can't be substantiated because we haven't heard from that woman. You can't just, I mean, I guess you can say, hey, I saw somebody getting raped. Yeah, for sure. Like, if it's a random bitch on the street, but y'all two literally sleeping in the bed. You get up to take a shower and then you come back, they fucking. I mean, how do you know she's getting raped? Like, describe what actually happened. Like, was he like choking her like you said he was choking you and slapping the shit out of her and then forcing himself on her? Like, come on, bro. You can't just say, oh, well, I saw him getting raped. Well, how did he grape her? Oh, well, I don't want to talk about it. It's traumatizing. Like, that's some bullshit.
Bathroom, and he said, oh, I don't give a fuck if you call the police. I'm going to beat the shit out of you. That's kind of when I knew, I had to get out of there.
And I ain't gonna cap. I think I have seen some videos of him saying some shit very similar to that.
I wouldn't be surprised. That sounds like
yeah. See, yeah, because I definitely saw some shit, and maybe that's part of the kink too. Shit, I have no clue, but it seems like they're into some weird shit. Me personally, I'm not big on that shit, man. Okay, this is the video here. Let me show you guys this. Well, we'll show you after this one. Hold on.
I stopped working for Andrew about March, April time, and I went to the police shortly after that. Nothing was done, really. The other girl that he had raped, she went to the police, and then that's when they arrested him and took him into custody for like 2 days. When Andrew was arrested, we were taken in for a proper interview.
So he was actually arrested, like Bruce Willis said, his encounter with law enforcement.
And it kind of just got left. I would send emails asking them to update. I'd hear nothing back.
When we reached out to Hertfordshire Police about this, they had this to say. We acknowledge that there were some delays to the investigation. This was addressed at the time and apologies were made. The decision to prosecute based on the police's evidence would be up to the Crown Prosecution Service.
Unfortunately, they turned around and just said, oh, we can't continue this case anymore. It's just insufficient evidence.
So he didn't get convicted. Insufficient evidence. I mean, this is why you got to minimize the people you be around. But if he didn't get convicted, then case closed.
You witnessed the rape occurring. Did that not count as evidence for them?
No. They openly said it's really, really difficult to prove rape. Very difficult.
Which is true, especially if y'all are fucking this dude and y'all are in a relationship with him.
Especially when you don't go to the police afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. Especially after you fuck for 6 months and then now the last day of y'all being in a relationship, now it's great. Yeah, it's definitely going to be hard to prove then. Especially when you got months of text messages talking about, oh my God, I love sucking your dick. It's going to be hard to prove.
The Crown Prosecution Service said, in this case, we carefully reviewed all the evidence provided by the police.
And this is the Crown Prosecution Service, government agency responsible for conducting criminal prosecution in England. This is December 14th, 2022. They put out a statement and they said, in this case, we carefully reviewed all the evidence provided by the police regarding each complainant and concluded it did not meet our legal test and there was no realistic prospect of a conviction. Wow. So even a Western court in England who they don't fuck with Andrew Tate, they cleared him. And then they came back on the back end because this case happened years ago. They came because of maybe, you know, media, political pressure, whatnot. And they put out an official statement saying, in this case, we carefully reviewed all the evidence provided by the police regarding each complaint and concluded it did not meet our legal test and there was no realistic prospect of conviction. So they said there was, without a shadow of a doubt, there was no way that we were going to get any type of conviction or real charge from this investigation.
Case closed.
I mean, that speaks volumes. It really does. That speaks volumes.
Regarding each complainant and concluded it did not meet our legal test and there was no realistic prospect of a conviction. In the UK, only 1 in 100 reported rapes result in a charge, let alone a conviction.
So he's basically trying to make it seem like, oh, they just ain't getting nobody for rape. And this is what I'll say. In the UK, they did push that open border shit. So I wouldn't be surprised if there were a lot of refugees from, you know, the countries that Trump put on the no-fly list, right? The Muslim ban shit. If there's refugees coming from there and they, you know, run up in some pussy and shit like that, a lot of those people aren't getting caught 100% for sure because it's not woke to convict these people, these refugees, right? So I could see that swaying the numbers. And then I could also see like bitches just not having evidence at all. And they just falsely accusing a lot of guys too. So that just goes to show that most of the rape cases have no evidence at all. And a lot of chicks are just accusing men of rape. Yes, because they're upset with that man. Yeah. So.
In a statement issued via his lawyer in Romania, Tate denied the assault or rape. He said, "They wanted money because I fired them. The police understood after the investigation that I am innocent, and the police found messages from the girls' phones where they were talking between themselves and planning to lie about me."
There you have it. I mean,
are they going to get in trouble for that?
Right. That's the game. Guys, y'all got to stop fucking with all these hoes like that, man. Keep your circle small, film everything, video, text message thread, keep your documents, make bitches sign shit. if you into that great fantasy shit, make bitches sign, you know,
have cameras set up. Shit.
Right. Great contracts. Say, hey, you know, for the next 3 months, I'm able to take the pussy whenever I want. You have to protect yourself, my nigga. Okay, consensually. I'm gonna consensually grape you for the next 3 months. Like that's the type of shit. If you're on some Andrew Tate shit, especially dealing with, you know, you got these types of kinks, and then you're also doing the webcam business where jealousy is bred and they see you with other women and they're like, wait, fuck him now because I see him with another bitch. You know, a lot of these women are not used to the polygynous lifestyle. You can't just bring anybody into that because women are definitely naturally jealous when their men are seen with other women. That's just the reality. So are men. Oh shit, hold up.
Sally said the CPS sent a letter saying that one of the reasons they didn't charge Tate was because they found voice notes on our phones where we talked about whether we should tell the police that he gave us alcohol. We were talking about it because that is what happened. He used to get us drunk.
They clearly didn't.
So it sounds like these girls aren't even telling the truth about the whole thing. because they're like, oh, the only reason why the police dropped the charges is because they found messages of us talking about should we tell the police. I mean, that right there is obstruction of justice. If you're discussing if you should withhold or omit information from the police during a criminal investigation, that's obstruction of justice. So you really could have gotten prosecuted straight up. So anyways, here's the text messages. What do you get from me hating it? He says, because I'm a terrible person. She says, Mr. fucking nice. Yeah. He says, and I love graping you and watching you let me while still debating if it's a good idea or not. I like the conflict you have, and you do have it. Don't deny it. She said, it makes you feel powerful. He says, no.
A text from a man to a woman saying, I love raping you.
I mean, and like I said, it could be a part of their kink. It could be a part of the buildup. Okay. Like genuinely, it's some hoes into some weird shit. If you look at my message thread, you might see some weird shit just like this too. And everything was consensual. Just because a lot of bitches like different shit. So to sexually please them, you might have to spice it up and do some weird shit like this, which, I mean, obviously it's weird, but we ain't just going to act like women don't have great fantasies with guys that they actually find attractive. You know what I'm
saying? I know what I do to you is.
So, okay. We're looking
from a man to a woman saying, I love raping you.
Okay. It says, I don't think so. She says, well, you can say it, then not see me. You can say it, then not see me. Then I think she meant. He said, and then, I think he said that. And then she says, Andrew, you're not stupid. Why would I talk to you if I don't want to see you? So she's obviously insinuating that she wants to see him. Okay. And then he says, so you agree to my grape control and all I do to you. Good. She said, if I consent, it's not grape. Case closed.
Right there.
Case closed. This is 50 Shades of Grey. This is Christian Grey. This is the nigga who's tying up 30-year-old bitches and bitches are over there, you know, drinking wine and masturbating in the tub, reading this book. That's Andrew Tate. Let's read the text message threads again. She says, I don't think so. He says, well, you can say it, then not see me. Andrew, and then she says, Andrew, you're not stupid. Why would I talk to you if I didn't want to see you? So obviously saying that she wants to see him. He says, so you agree to my grape control and all I do to you? Good. She says, if I consent, it's not grape. Case closed. He says, no, but it's still controlling. And
I know what I do to you is abusive and controlling. To CPS, apparently
abusive, I think. And literally she said, and she tried to present this text message thread as evidence to the police. Dude, I'm not even law enforcement, and I snuffed this out immediately. Come the fuck on. He didn't grape this girl. And if this is the only girl who's coming out with this bullshit, this is some bullshit. He did not grape this woman. She literally says it's not grape if it's consent. And she tried to produce these text message threads as evidence. Dude, oh my God, get the fuck out of here. That's some bullshit. That is some bullshit. Shout out to my nigga Alpha Zoe in the building.
Hold on. Hello? Where we at? Oh, you want to know where I'm at? We outside!
That nigga's definitely outside in the streets of Miami. He says, it's been proven that some women have great fetishes. I've had women call me boring and not a real freak because I'm not into that type of foreplay. Yeah, same here. Same here. Like, I've had a woman call me boring because I didn't want to choke her or stick my finger in her asshole. That's the reality. Alpha Zoe spitting facts.
Currently, that's not enough. I did the bravest thing I think I ever done in my life.
That's crazy. And then these bitches get to go on the back end and say, oh, you were so brave, bitch. You literally said in the text message thread that it was consensual. This is insane. And it's literally right there. And Vice is still reporting it as if he graped her.
What kind of
Like,
world are we
dude,
living here, man? This is fucking
exactly.
nuts.
Like, literally, if I text my girl the same shit, oh, I can't wait to grape you tonight, she's gonna be like, ooh, I hope I don't see it coming. Like, come the fuck on, bro. That's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so crazy. It's so crazy. This is ridiculous. And Vice is literally reporting this as if this woman's telling the truth, and she over here crying and bullshit. She probably didn't want to show her face because they were squirting water down her face so it make it look like she was crying and shit. Fucking bullshit.
Which was hell. 4 years of absolute hell, going through an investigation without anyone knowing, and basically
Shout out to my guy Jermaine with the $10 Cash App. He says for love the show. Hey, shout out to the bro.
to do it alone was all a waste.
Despite repeated requests, Tate's lawyer did not provide a response to Amelia's allegations. The Romanian investigation into Andrew Tate and his brother finally led to an arrest on the 29th of December.
Wakanda Lee says, he says, I thought he invited me over at 2 a.m. for praise and worship, SMH. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
The Matrix has attacked me.
Police accused them of using the Loverboy method to traffic at least 6 women into a Romania-based webcam sex business. But we now know similar allegations have dogged Tate for years. His followers are obsessed
That
with
was one accusation that was proven false. That's crazy.
the idea that the Matrix is conspiring against him. But if anyone in the story is the victim of a conspiracy, is it the multimillionaire celebrity? Or is it the women who claim they were abandoned by the system?
You know, you see all these young men talking about how he's such a great guy and he's their idol and stuff, and that's so difficult to see. There are better role models out there. Don't be fooled by all the money.
Man, she just got mad. She got kicked out of the crib. That's what it sounded like to me.
And the nice cars and all the women. Working on yourself and becoming a better man and better mindset. Yeah, but real men do it.
Unless they ask for it, right? Because then the same women, while you fucking them, if you don't lay your hands on them, they'll say you're a pussy, right? Like if you're fucking a bitch and she's into the choking shit and pulling hair, which, you know, some guys are into it, some guys aren't. You know, I'm not really big on, I mean, I like pulling hair, but I'm not big on the choking. Honestly, I'm not even big on slapping ass. Like while I'm in the pussy, I'm big on slapping ass outside of the pussy. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but like if you don't do all that shit, if you're not slapping ass, if you're not pulling hair, if you're not choking, then they'll call you a pussy. You see what I'm saying? They'll say, oh, you're a bitch. You don't want to fuck me like a dog or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't win for losing with these hoes. That's what I realized.
You win, dude.
Yeah. So now they put in a fucking grape helpline and some bullshit. Okay, so that documentary was full of shit. Shout out to AlphaZo. He says, I know so many pookies that slap, play grape, pull guns on women. Absolutely. Tie them up, etc. And women be loving it if they like. If they don't find you attractive, then they act they are holy and give you vanilla sex. Fact.
Oh, say that.
Yeah, that's true. Ari Fletcher. Is it Ari Fletcher or I don't know. Moneybag Yo's girl and G Herbo's baby mama. She said that she loves it when a man pulls a gun on her. Asian Doll said that she loves it. She won't date a man unless he's killed 3 people. Literally, she literally said that. She said the nigga that I date has to have bodies. Now, this is another video of Tate in the BDSM type play style. So let's watch.
Being who's what? Who's what?
You have.
A belt because you're a jerk. Show me the bruises.
So he says, I beat you with my hand or with a belt or some shit. She's showing the bruise on her ass, which, I mean, honestly, if the bitch is showing the bruise, maybe she's scared for her life or maybe she's just this is part of the kink as well.
Right.
2, 3.
No ass.
Baby. Oh, poor thing. I have an idea. You know what my idea is? You want to know what my idea is?
So this is a dark-haired woman. This is not the same blonde girl. So, you know, I haven't heard her come out and say, "Oh no, it was a kink, it was a game," and da 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 da. So I guess we need that for every bitch that he's caught up in a video doing some weird shit with, right?
That's right. Lock the door. You knew I was gonna beat the out of you.
Okay, so yeah, this is when she locked herself in the bathroom, and they're alleging that this is a video where he was holding a woman against her will.
If you behaved, I wouldn't have to hit you, would I? You don't. Get out. You can't stay in there forever.
Okay, so that's and then it goes into the other video that I already showed you guys. So that's the evidence there laid out. Are there some more things? Let's see. Okay, so yeah. So basically there's some more information coming out on Tate that Bruce Willis is covering. Some of the things overlap. Incriminating messages and whatnot, which he's bringing to light, which honestly, I think he's talking about what we just broke down. I mean, honestly, besides the money shit, like the tax shit, I really have not seen any legit crime, honestly. Now, is Andrew Tate moving hypocritically? Yeah, for sure. Like trying to, motivate men while selling pussy to desperate men is hypocritical for sure. But I didn't see nothing illegal in that whole shit.
Nothing.
So, I mean, it was entertaining. I'm trying to figure out, honestly, what the charges are. Still don't have much information on that, but hey, hopefully we'll have something soon. But anyways, I appreciate Spark that shit for joining. He ain't sparked nothing on the stream though. No, just kidding. But any last words for the stream that you want to say?
Nothing. Appreciate for you letting me come on. Watch you regularly. You deserve your flowers, bro. You keep up good work, man. Keep it up.
Hey, thanks, bro. Hey, what channel are you watching from?
What do you mean?
Reclaim Your Throne, Black Gen Z Mindset, Quarantine on the God.
Throne.
Okay. Yeah, man. Hey, appreciate you, bro, for joining the stream, and we'll see you later, man. Peace. All right, so that was my guy. So with that being said, yeah, let's pretty much get the fuck up on out of her. So yeah, that was a good stream. We covered the Andrew Tate shit. Didn't see anything illegal. He definitely made mistakes. He definitely there's some issues going on with the financials, of course. But other than that, he definitely talks too much. He needs to shut the fuck up sometimes. And he definitely needs some real niggas in his corner. But other than that, I didn't see any crimes. Even the grape allegations obviously could be thoroughly debunked from the pictures of the screenshots of the messages. I mean, if you read those messages in full context, it obviously shows that she wanted the intercourse, and maybe they have some type of weird intercoursal fantasy. But yeah, you already know what it is, man. I might go live again tomorrow. So you already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship questions to email down below with a screenshot of your CashApp telling you paying your tithes, man. Y'all need to be on your motherfucking team with the BS. You already know. Reclaim Your Throne.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.